Oh, you shouldn't have. It's a bit small, isn't it?
Spec Ops Bud, welcome to the Bubbly Bar. We hope you enjoy your stay.
Hey, what do you know? It's the 2pointstoJoe show, the 2pointstoJoe show. Joe, I thought you were joining in. Joe, hey, it's the 2pointstoJoe show, the 2pointstoJoe show. Hey, what do you know? It's the 2pointstoJoe show. And there it is, just with the airbrush instead. Hello, everyone! Hello! Oh, let's put that model there. There we go. Hi, Joe was supposed to come in and do that with me, but he's too much of a coward. Absolutely.
You break my brain.
How did I break your brain? It's like 4 words repeated.
No, I left the. I didn't realise you were going live with it straight away. I thought you were going to record it and then play it. So when you went live, I had it like doubled over and over and over, and it sounded like you just put 4 voices on, and then I had a bit of a breakdown.
The background music is loud. I've turned it off, so it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be at all now. Bad background music.
The first episode.
Off.
Let you down.
Yep.
Quality.
Okay. There should be no background music now. Everyone's saying the background music is really loud. There should be no background music. I'm slightly concerned if there is. Okay. Let's have a look. Nothing. Okay. Oh, we're all good. So, hello and welcome.
2 points.
Hello, I'm 2 points to mind.
And he is 2 points to mind.
Yes, I'm 2 points to mind.
And he is 2 points to mind.
It's going well so far, Joe. You're derailing me now. I'm 2 Points to Mind, and I'm a meat popsicle. HobbygoblinJoe is on the other end of the thing, and he is an airbrush apparently.
I'm HobbygoblinJoe, and I am mostly made out of Soylent Green.
But Silent Green is people.
See, you've seen me before.
Yes. Hello, Jess, but hello, everyone. Yes, Joe just is constant letdown, but I love him, so it's all right. So tonight it's the debut of the 2 Points to Joe show. The mission statement. Yeah, let's get all office wankery about it. The mission statement for the 2 Points to Joe show is that we're going to be a bit of a laissez-faire, casual attitude. A bit of podcasting, talking about the news of the week, as it were, in Warhammer, which, admittedly, sometimes it's going to be thin on the ground. I think I could talk over Joe about 4 times there. Did you want to say something, dearie?
Yeah, that's fine. I was going to say, I wish you'd let us know that it was going to be casual because I'm sitting here done up to the nines in a suit and tie, but apparently that isn't what was requested, so that's fine.
Yeah, but you decided as well that you don't want to be on Facecam.
I can swap to Facecam if you prefer, but... Hello. I don't know if that's going to help.
We all know for damn sure you're actually only wearing wet socks.
I'm not even wearing those tonight.
Oh, I was just stolen them.
No, it's the weekly staple them to the wall and hope that they harden.
Fair enough. Joe, you spraying my antique frame, that's a family heirloom.
It was a quid from house clearance. And she knows it. Oh, but though, Jess, if you are there, could I have a coffee, please? But yeah, so tonight we are going to be having a little delve into the latest and greatest releases, all of the news that's out and about. And then each week we're going to sort of look at a topic, aren't we, and have a bit of dive on it.
Yeah, because one of the things we discussed previously is that I am a massive noob. Noob to the Warhammer community, so I don't know a lot of the lore. I'm familiar with the term warp. I don't know what actually the warp is. Apparently it's very important. So
It's a dance, isn't it?
no, it's the time warp.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah,
This is the wrong podcast. Where am I?
yeah, that's the one where you put your hands on your hips and do it like this or something, isn't it? Seraphin will know. Seraphin's a big Rocky Horror Picture Show fan. So Joe is a lot more knowledgeable, so I'm going to be the noob, he's going to be the expert, and he's going to tell me little bits about it. So we're going to do not necessarily deep dives, but we're going to touch on subjects so I get a bit more, and we might eventually down the road go over the meta in the games and everything like that. So yeah. So tonight, Joe, what do we have to talk about?
Well, first of all, we're going to have a quick look through all of the latest releases, all the big things coming up, because there are a few big things coming.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think we're going to have a little bit of a look through some of the basic Warhammer 40k lore, just to get you up to scratch on some of the other stuff we're going to be talking about, and then probably have a look through some of the Space Marine chapters and see if there's any you like considerably for your Space Marines.
Yes, because as you can see, I'm painting...
I think your focus has gone a little bit out on that, hasn't it?
Yeah, I've just zoomed in a bit. I'm painting yon Swordy Boy, which the one HobbygoblinJoe has been kind enough to give me.
Intercessor.
I mean, it could. If you said that without the Sean Connery impression, I might have actually understood what you said.
It's an assault intercessor, so they are basically like the rather than sitting back and shooting tactically, they run forward and cut things.
Yeah, so I'm assuming that the whole thing was like the sword is like, drive me closer, I want to hit it with my sword.
Someone's been looking up memes on the Warhammer Reddit.
That's the one I got from Total Biscuit about 7.5 years ago.
Okay, well, it still works.
Yeah, I mean, good. That's what we want. So yeah, we're going to go over a little bit of techniques as well, because Joe is a lot more experienced as a painter. He's not as pretty as me, but he's probably a prettier painter than me.
But the truth is, actually, these are Jess's hands that you can see on screen.
She's got really hairy arms.
They are actually hairs that come from her tummy that she just curls around.
Oh yeah, I mean, she's part cat, isn't she?
Yes. Part cat, full trotter.
This podcast has already gone off the rails, Joe. I mean,
That's fine. So, do you want to have a look at the news first?
yes.
Or do you want to have a little bit of a chat about how you got into Warhammer and
I got into Warhammer because Joe made me.
what an origin story that was?
Yeah. Basically, Joe and Perps decided over Christmas that since I was spending so much time watching Joe and interacting with Joe in his streams, that I should probably, nut up or shut up, as it were, and start painting myself. So Joe kindly did me a care package of a number of green skins, which you may have seen me paint previously, and then sent them to me. So I've started painting them, and it's always something I've been into because I've got quite a few of the Warhammer games. I had Space Marine, I've got 2 of the Dawn of War games, and I've got Total War Warhammer 2. I think I've got 1 as well. So yeah, it's something I've always been into because of the fantasy, sci-fi aspect of it. So yeah, that's my background. What's your background into the thing?
My dad and my brother were both quite big into sort of D&D games and stuff like that. And then growing up, my brother always had it. So I sort of got excited about it when he had it and stuff like that. And then just got bigger and bigger into it. I played loads as a kid and then got to about 14, I think. And then started getting interested in girls and going out and stopped. And then when I started to settle down again, I started getting back into it about 6 or 7 years ago, just before Age of Sigmar came out. And then ever since then, I've just been like madly obsessed with it.
No,
I think about it regularly.
I hear lots of controversy about Age of Sigmar. A lot of people don't seem to like it. Is that something we need to dive into on a separate podcast all of its own?
I think we could do, if we stick to 40k on this one, and then we'll do Age of Sigmar as a bit of a deep dive on the next one if you want.
Yeah, that sounds like a
I'll
good
have
plan.
to get out all the graphs and charts about why everyone's wrong and why it's the best game ever.
Oh, is this like is it similar to the PowerPoint you've done for Dark Souls 2?
It is, yes. Some might say actually it's the same PowerPoint, just with a different title.
Would I like a quick guest on the podcast? Joe, do you reckon there's time for a quick child?
There is always time.
Yes. Oh.
Is this the third host?
Yes. Yes, Perps, bring him. Kyle has gone big, Joe. He's gone big and controversial in the chat.
That's fine because I can't see that. I've got this weird condition that I have now that when people spout bollocks, it just blocks it out of my vision. It's really weird. Okay, well, so far what I'm going to say is Bloodborne is the best of the Souls games because it's the only one I've completed. I have installed and had a quick playthrough of. See, the thing you've forgotten, Joe, is I've had to flip your camera so it's not upside down. You?
Yeah, so it looks like El McKee.
Oh, right. Well, what it actually says is, 1 second.
Oh.
Kill. Make it better.
That says, hi, Kyle. Ish, kind of.
It still doesn't. It's flipped. Basically, I put Kyle hi, and it hasn't worked. Demon Souls Remastered is your fave, then Bloodborne, then 1, then 3, then 2. What the heck, Kyle?
But here's the Ziggy with his bar sheep.
The very first guest of the podcast.
Yeah. Do you want to angle that down a touch?
So, what got you into Warhammer first, Ziggy? Was it a glorious yeet by any chance?
Yeet! Was it a yeet? I'm picking my nose.
Delightful.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Cuggles. I'm glad I've not got my paints out because you'd be having your fingers right in them, wouldn't you?
That's kind of what I thought. I'll bring him down quickly before you properly start. But yes, first guest. That's your first guest.
Is he looking for nurglings up there? Is that what you're doing? Looking for nurglings? It's a wet palette. Yeah. There's no paint in it. No, you can't have it. No. 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 Okay. You're going to bed now, aren't you? You're going to go to sleep really quick for Mummy, aren't you, tonight?
Hopefully. Right.
Okay, you're going to wave.
Wave bye.
Bye.
See ya. Oh, kisses as well. Good boy.
He's adorable.
Come on then.
Get him away from me. He smells. Love you, little man. I'll see you later.
At least he was only picking his own nose tonight.
Yeah. Mwah. Mwah. He just didn't adore it. Okay. Where's Joe's face cam? Did he break it? No, we couldn't get it to work. We couldn't get the 4-camera setup to work. We are going to investigate this further when we have a bit more time. What were we talking about, Joe, before my child came in and just completely distracted me?
We were talking about a completely unrelated Dark Souls question.
Oh, that was it, yes.
Why Kyle is wrong.
Yeah.
Dark Souls 2 is an absolute masterpiece that often gets overlooked.
Like I say, I've not played it much. I think I've played 2 hours, so yes.
What, 2?
Yeah.
When did you do that?
About 3 years ago.
Oh right, I thought you'd only tried the first one. I didn't realise you had tried the second one.
Oh, I've tried the second one. In fact, I'll tell you the last time I played Dark Souls 2. February 3rd, 2016, and I played 34 minutes of it.
Made a lasting impression then.
I got spanked a lot on it. I got spanked a lot. So, yeah.
That's probably why Kyle doesn't like it as well.
Evening, Mike. How are we? So, we will be painting some Space Marines tonight. They're not going to be blue, because apparently that's a big no-no to paint Space Marines blue.
You can paint them however you like, my man. What we're hopefully going to do is have a little look through some of the schemes so that you can pick what you like the most.
Yes. Well, I really liked the ones you did. You did for the Dark Angels, the green ones. I really like them. But I don't necessarily want to copy you fully. I sort of want to go really bright and colourful.
Alright, well, the opposite of that is what do you call it? The salamanders are pretty bright. You can get mantis. Anyway, we'll go into that. That's fine. For now, I think we should have a little bit of a look at the latest in the news.
Oh yes, the news. Yes, thank you
things
for
that are happening.
That's why Joe's a good co-host, because he gets me back on track. So the news we have this week. Where are we? There we are. That's the wrong one. Let's get right into the news. So yes, the first bit of news is the White Dwarf thing. It's been mentioned. Do you know something I've not done? I've not updated the Discord.
Oh no!
I've not updated the Discord link, so I'm going to do that really quick. So do you want to take over the first bit of the news for?
Absolutely.
Whilst I do that.
Have you got a picture that you can bring up of it?
I may have.
There should be one that I have sent you.
Yes, there is.
So, the first bit of news is White Dwarf issue 462 is going to be coming with 12 different themed Warhammer games for free. Which is, it's been a bit of a while since we've had anything decent free from a White Dwarf. I've got to admit, I haven't bought one in years now. But yeah, issue 462, it's going to have Vermintide 2, Warhammer Quest, Talisman, Space Marine, Warhammer Quest 2, Chaos and Conquest, Armageddon, Space Wolf, Dominus, Warhammer Underworlds, Dawn of War, Total War Warhammer, Call of the Beastmen, and Sanctus Reach. And then having a quick tally up, I can only get it in dollars, but it looks to be about $280 worth of games. It is a bit hit and miss. Some of the games in there are absolutely awful. The one, especially the Warhammer Quest one, is a port. So is Space Wolf. They're ports straight from mobile. So I mean, even on PC, those games were shit.
So which ones would you recommend are must plays?
Vermintide 2, without a doubt, is one of my favourites. I absolutely love it. Space Marine, absolute favourite. Dawn of War, superb. With Dawn of War, you kind of want to grab the Total Edition, and they haven't said that it's coming with that. I doubt it will, because it'll make you buy the DLC, but that's very, very good. And the Total War Warhammer, it's always a good start. Again, with the DLC, you're going to want tons of it to get really into it. But Vermintide 2 at least is worth the price of admission. So if you're just buying the magazine purely for the free games, Vermintide 2 is worth it. Everything else is a bonus.
But I played Vermintide 1.
People, I guess.
I played Vermintide 1 and I really liked it. it did scratch that Left 4 Dead itch to me very well.
I'm a big fan, but I'm a big fan of it temporarily. Often that I'll get it and I'll play it for like a week solidly, and then I'll get bored of it and not touch it for a couple of months, and then I'll come back to it and same again.
Yeah.
It's not one that I would say you just get in. I hear about people that play Total War and then just don't stop playing Total War. It's not like that for me. It is a repetitive game, the same as Left 4 Dead, isn't it? It's the same thing in different environments.
So the question I was going to ask as well about White Dwarf is, do I have to go into the supermarket to buy, or the news agents, or can I just buy the digital copy of it?
You can buy a digital copy now. But if they're doing stuff like this is when you kind of want to have the physical, I guess. I assume you get the codes with it, though, because they are just codes anyway. But I mean, I remember the days when Necrons first came out and you got the free Necron model with it and stuff.
Yeah.
I used to do stuff like that. That's not very common anymore. I think when Age of Sigmar came out, you got a Stormcast model with it. And then I think more recently they gave away a Evocator at some point. Other than that, they don't seem to do a lot anymore.
The big one, the big one's missing there is there's no Blood Bowl.
Yeah.
Which we know we can get for £5 ish so now from CD Keys.
£7 off CD Keys for the full set, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I don't know whether that's. I was having to think of this about whether or not it was because it's a different publisher. But I don't think it is, because I think Fat Shark. Do they do Blood Bowl or not? Let's have a quick check. No, they don't.
Focus Interactive, is it?
Yeah, I don't know if it's to do with that, because Focus also do Total War. I'm fairly sure. I think it's more
Total War's Creative Assembly.
I'm glad you're here, because I'm getting it all wrong. So it's either because of that, or it's because it's just a decent seller that still sells at the minute, because they haven't got Total War 2 on there, they haven't got any of the newer Dawn of Wars, so there are big names left off it.
Yeah.
Chaos and Conquest, I'm fairly sure, is like a Clash of Clans type game, so I don't know if that's just going to be like get 500 gold or something with it.
Yeah, might well be.
But yeah, I mean, there's going to be games in there that are going to be shit.
For a £5, that's not bad. I mean, Vermintide is one. Yeah, I mean, how much is that actually on Steam at the minute?
Probably about 5, 7, 6, 7 quid, something like that, I would have thought. But the thing is, they're giving you Vermintide 2. It's not the first one, and both games are brilliant.
Yeah. I'm just going to get it up for price comparison.
A Talisman is a underrated gem.
Yeah.
It's basically like a board game, probably because you can do it on Tabletop Simulator now. But I've lost many an hour just on single player on that game.
Yeah.
Very fun.
But yeah, for reference, Vermintide 2 is currently just shy of £6, £5.94 on the UK Steam, so that is worth it, yeah.
So that covers, if you just want it for Vermintide 2, you're sorted, and then the rest are a bonus. And if they're done on codes, what you might find as well is that on CD Keys, all of this just comes down at the minute.
Yeah, very much might well do. So, that's a good bit of news. Next bit of news we have is the 3 new animated projects for the Warhammer 40k. This has been the buzz of the subreddit.
Yeah, it's been getting crazy about this stuff.
Yeah. The Astartes collection, I believe it's called.
Yeah, so I don't know if you've already seen this, but it's already a fan project.
Yeah. I was aware
on YouTube.
I was aware it's fan projects. It's sort of, from what I've gathered, sort of red versus bluish.
Kind of, yeah, I can see the parallel. But they're just you see these pop up every now and then, the fan films of stuff.
Yeah.
One of the big ones that speaks out to me is the Mortal Kombat one. I think we were speaking about this recently.
Yeah.
A fan-made Mortal Kombat film that it was more like a set of trailers for each character, wasn't it?
The last one, it was classed as a fan film, but it was more of a proof of concept because they actually had professional actors in it. They had.
They have Sony on board for it.
It's not Sony. It's not a Sony property. It's Warner Brothers.
I'm sure they had some big company on board with it as well, and then it got dropped at the last minute. But the one who played Sonya was quite a big actress, wasn't she?
Yeah, it was Jerry Ryan, most known for 7 and 9 from Star Trek Voyager.
That's it. That's what I recognise.
Yeah, but that is a Warner Brothers property.
But it was so high quality as well. Like the fact that it was a proof of concept really shows, because it wasn't like a dodgy fan film as you expect them. It was quality.
Oh, hello, Badger. Hello, Danny. I'm pretty sure I said hello to Danny, but I've said again, hi, Danny. But yeah, so the Mortal Kombat film, going slightly off topic, does look like it's going to be absolutely great. I'm not going to watch it though if they don't have the 1995 soundtrack for it, because that was just like the best piece of music ever made. We all know this. It is fact. So what can you tell me about these free animated products? 'Cause we have the...
So the big news is they've sort of outstretched their hand of big corporate and brought on board people making fan films, and it looks like they're offering them help from their own animation studio that they're pushing. And this kind of goes into a little bit more detail than other stuff. So there was a while ago, there was a list building device. So when you make an army to play competitively, you make a list, which is a little bit of mathematics and stuff. And a guy was making a program that did that for Age of Sigmar, and eventually he got brought on board by Games Workshop officially, because everyone was using it. They were using it more than the official one, which was kind of unheard of for them to do that, to bring someone in the fold. And they've now seemed to have done the same with the animation side of things. So the first one that we've seen was a trailer for the Exodite, which shows a Tau warrior of some description, and then there's loads of cutaways and things of like a suit coming out and things like this. It's all very, very cryptic and stuff, and there's not a lot shown in it.
One sec, I'll bring up the page. Actually, wrong thing. Window capture. There we go. So the where have you just gone? There we go. So the Tau you mentioned, is this big, dark-looking boy?
No. If you scroll down a bit, I think it'll probably be down there.
Primaris Lost
That
Temple.
one.
The Iron Within one.
No, up.
Yeah. Yeah, Primaris the Last Templar. Yes.
No, above that one.
Oh, above that one.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm a little bit delayed on the video feed.
Yeah, so it's the Exodite one, the alien.
So this is
dude.
the one that they've just seen. So they've brought on Lost Legion Studios to work alongside the Warhammer Animations team to produce the Exodite. So this is the only one we've seen the trailer of to start with, and then the other two are Primaris the Last Templar and Codex Film, who are doing Iron Within, which is a Chaos Space Marine one.
Yeah.
If I'm not wrong, I think the guy that was doing Astartes actually had his YouTube account hacked a while ago, and most of it got deleted. I don't know if he ever got it back or not. There was a bit of an intrigue about that. So it's nice to see him get some official help, because he was dealt dirty over that. Like, YouTube took ages to help him out. All of his work got removed and held hostage. It was pretty nasty. But it's nice to see that there's going to be a Chaos one as well. I like that it's not just Ultramarine, 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 because a lot of the films and stuff that they have done, or any audio things they've done, have been, and it's just doesn't appeal a lot anymore.
Yeah, that is, as looking at it as an outsider, it does seem to be very saturated with Ultramarines. Very saturated with Ultramarines.
They're the poster boys, yeah.
Yeah, it's capitalism. If it makes money, it makes money. That's what they're pushing.
Yeah.
So, moving on, we have... Where's my news page? There it is. Bilako, who I have no idea who this is, but this fella looks pretty big.
I'm so excited. This is like one of my favourite Warhammer characters of all time.
Yeah.
To give you a bit of an explanation of what he is, you have to understand that there's Chaos, right? And you've got 5 Chaos gods. You've got Nurgle, who is the god of plague and disease.
Yeah.
Khorne, who's the god of fighty, smash. Slaanesh, who's the god of like ecstasy and pure pleasure and stuff like that. Tzeentch, who's the changer of ways, and then Malal, who is the god of absolute anarchy.
Okay.
Usually, if someone becomes a demon, prince, or gets anything like that, they attract the ire of one of the gods, and the gods give them power. The Everchosen is someone who gets gifts from all of the gods and accepts no like direct lineage from any particular one.
Mm-hmm.
And there's been a few different ones over time, and Be'lakor was one of the first and he was always denied. He was never given the chance to be the Ever-Chosen, and instead he's been cursed that he has to crown the Ever-Chosen. So he is immensely jealous, just full of spite and anger, always trying to outdo the Chaos Gods and curse them. And it just leaves this fucking incredible character that is always sort of pinned down by these unknowable forces that won't let him achieve his one true goal through millennia and millennia, which is why you see him in 40k and in Age of Sigmar or Fantasy. The previous model was Finecast, which I was just about to buy. I'm glad I've held off because this model looks gorgeous. It looks like a true centerpiece.
It really does, and I can only assume that's going to be pretty chunky.
From what it looks like, it is comparable to other Demon Princes. So I don't know if you've seen like the Mortarion or the Giant Demon Princes.
I'm afraid.
Like it's about 100 mil. Yeah, Demon Badger still has the pewter one. Don't start because I will come around your house and steal it. But yeah, so one of the key notes of this is that they have actually gone ahead and done a 40k and a fantasy version. So you can see on the right of those wings, you'll see there's a little skull hanging from it. Sorry, a helmet hanging from it, which is Space Marine one.
The right of the wings, did you say?
Yeah, there's like a little white skull.
Oh yeah, I see. Yeah.
And then on the base there is a Space Marine with his soul being sucked out of him.
Yeah, I was going to say what's the blue stuff off that Space Marine?
Usually in Warhammer, blue flames like that represent like psychic power.
Okay.
So that would be my... I don't know for sure, but that would be my guess that it's some sort of magic or it's supposed to hint towards that. So...
Have you got $1 million? Because
I don't.
Demon Badger...
If I did, I would be tempted. The Space Marine on the base is also interchangeable. So there's been pictures showing where instead it's had a Chaos Warrior, which is pretty significant because the head of the Chaos Age of Sigmar faction as a whole is Archaon, the current Ever-Chosen, who's known as like the Slayer of Worlds. He's travelled through thousands of dimensions, subjugated all of these worlds and things like that. And Be'lakor fucking hates him. So to have a Chaos Warrior on the base, which is technically his own faction, indicates that in the new Be'lakor book that's also coming out alongside this, what we might see is a bit of an in-house faction fight, which I'm really looking forward to.
Interesting.
Yes, Badger makes a good point. Personally, he's not a fan of the big bases they've started doing. It distracts eye away from the actual character. And he said the current Archaea model is garbage, which I think was the first one of these that I really saw that went above and beyond to do that kind of style. I like them. They're not very Warhammer. They can be a little bit over the top. Personally, as I'm sort of pushing to like bigger and bigger models and stuff, I just love the model as it is. And I'm really looking forward to just having it in an army. But I do agree, a lot of the stuff that they're bringing out can be a bit overworked at times, and this is very comparable to the other stuff.
There's definitely no sense of subtlety in any of the Warhammer stuff I've seen. Hollow Allen as well.
And that's a lot more noticeable in the newer stuff. You'll see, if you look at some of the older models, like what Badger was on about, it's a lot... You can see what they're going for. It's very obvious. There's kind of this trend now towards big characters being more of a diorama or a vignette piece rather than just an actual model. The big pike on the left and right make a weird silhouette. Oh, the spike, I think. Yeah. They've also, I think, half the point of that is that they've done it so it looks like he's bigger than he is because he's actually descending from something. On mine, because everyone's going to be doing this, I'm actually going to be converting mine when I get one. I think I'm going to have him on a marble staircase instead.
Ooh.
So it's white against the dark, so it's a bit more of a contrast, hopefully.
So it's going to look more like a descending a fallen angel kind of thing then.
Yeah, very much like what Badger was saying. It's with the base, it kind of, the lower half of the model, it's just lost. You can't really tell anything. It's just very, very busy. The top half isn't too bad. The wings make a nice silhouette. The sword's gorgeous. But with the bottom half, because the rocks are dark as well, a lot of it just gets lost there. So I'm thinking, if I can take it off that and actually just have it on like a plinth, I think that'll look a little bit nicer. and I'm going to try and repose it slightly as well. But all in all, as a lover of Be'lakor, he is one of my favourite characters because he got done so dirty, and like, I think everyone can sort of appreciate that anger you get of desperately wanting something, and then there being no physical way of you getting it. And I like that a lot.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, it looks... Coming into it completely new, but I'm just looking at it for the style. It looks pretty cool. It's my kind of sort of demonish look. I love it quite a lot. And if you're going to paint it, I'm going to be there watching.
Is it something you think you'd paint?
In a few years, I don't think I could do it justice at the minute.
I was going to say, to me, it doesn't look like an accessible model.
Yeah.
Which I think GW have also gone towards a little bit. That they're trying to make things that are a bit more... with 3D printers, and they're being so easy to make a bust and stuff like that, I think they're trying to get a little bit more competition stuff and diorama stuff and bigger things. But it's not what I would suggest for like a new painter or anything. It doesn't look easy. Yeah,
it looks quite intimidating to me, that. I mean, I'd have a go at it, and I'd probably hate the finish I did on it, but it won't stop me.
No, exactly. And that's the right attitude to have.
Yep. Okay, move on to the next post. Going back to Vermintide 2, it is the 3-year anniversary. So
yeah, that's right.
They are having a 2 times XP, a lot of cosmetics, and a special guest. So that might be some DLC. Hot and Tails, a recent new update where we venture into the Chaos Wastes. I have no idea what the Chaos Wastes are.
Chaos Wastes are in fantasy. All of the Chaos barbarians and stuff come from the north. So like the Frozen Wastes is where Chaos tends to come from. It was like the realm of Chaos.
Yeah.
Which is a bit weird because they've said that they're going to be bringing this out, but I've not really said much about having new characters or anything. New monsters in it, which they got a lot of flack last time they brought out a DLC for it not having a lot of content, and it seems like they've already said that this one's not going to be full of stuff like that. It's a bit of a weird move to do on their part, but I'm a huge fan, so I'll give it time.
Yeah. A game that's 3-year-old, I wouldn't expect much from, unless it's a full-on paid DLC. If it's going to be free bits, it's... Yeah.
They did a castle recently in a free DLC, which like Return to Bogenhalf, I think it was, or something, which was just like to put it in Left 4 Dead terms, it was a free Left 4 Dead campaign. Didn't have any monsters or anything like that, but the campaign was the best one they've done, and it was free. Hours of content in it. Like, just start to finish on normal mode, I think would have taken you like 3 or 4 hours.
Yeah.
It was free. It was absolutely fantastic. But the paid DLC just seems to be rubbish. So,
yeah.
I don't know. It's a weird one.
There's always, you've got to temper your expectations when you pay for something as opposed to when you get it free.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But what else? What else have we got else in the news? And Demon Badger's posted an old picture of an old version of the.
So yeah, out of curiosity, if you just have a quick look at that, and then I'm curious to see which one you prefer, because the old one I really like. I think it's very simple, not a lot to it, but the pose and everything like that is still very spot on. So I still want to grab a copy of it.
Yeah, that looks pretty good. That, I mean, it. Say, I'm useless at judging scale, because that previous photo, it looked giant squig-off big.
It's 100mm base, so it's kind of like he's sitting on a bigger CD, I guess. From the Primaris, you've got one of the Primaris with you, haven't you? Because you're working on it now. That's the size of the dead thing on his base, so you can kind of scale up from that.
That's what I thought. So this one,
that one there, he's a little bit bigger than Primaris, I think, maybe twice Primaris size.
Yeah, he looks it. But yeah, that's a very good looking model, that Badger, as always. What else have we got to go over? And that looks... Latest rumour engine as a picture looks very Tyrannid. Yes.
Oh yeah, so it kind of looks like... Is it the Morlock or something? It's got a very similar tail. Now, just before we came on, I thought this was the first Tyrannid rumour engine, but our own lovely Tom from the Discord has told me otherwise, that apparently there has been another one recently that I've missed. But yeah, hopefully this is hinting towards new Tyrannid, because new Tyranids would be fantastic. So that's the old model, or not an old. That's one of the current models, and you can see the double tail.
Yeah.
Which is what it sort of speaks out as it could be. Not saying it is, but that's what I get from it anyway, vibe-wise.
It's very interesting. Yeah. Not knowing much, I would probably agree. Primaris probably comes up to his nipples. Fair enough. So, Joe, that's the news out of the way. Let's get into a bit of a lore dive then. Let's start putting some paint on stuff. Because I've been looking at this model now and it's just completely black and I want to paint it.
So, what are you working on?
This is a Primaris, did you say?
Primaris, yeah. So it's a Space Marine. Primaris is the founding,
Yeah.
I think, or they're called Primaris. They're basically bigger Space Marines. They're genetically enhanced to be bigger than a genetically enhanced man
Okay.
that could have been genetically enhanced.
Okay, so are you trying to tell me they're genetically enhanced?
Imagine having a turkey for Christmas that's been stuffed full of steroids all the time, and then you cook it with a can of Red Bull up its arse. That's basically how you get Primaris.
I don't think that analogy works, but I sort of get where you're going with it.
They're big. Basically, GW want to push the sizes to go from like 28mm. They then went to heroic 28mm. These are now basically 32mm models. The size goes up because you can get more detail on it. You can show off your sculpts better. All of the old ones still work, but to get by with that, they've basically called these a new genetic thing that they wrote into the lore. But essentially, it's like scale creep. That it's just getting bigger. Which I actually don't mind because I think they look better that size. People used to have this big thing about making them true scale anyway, where they would cut their legs off and then put green stuff between it to make them look taller.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Danny knows.
Yeah, Master Chief to ODST. Yeah, fair enough. I was about to mention it sounds sort of very John 117. Okay, so I'm looking at this this Primaris guy. I'm thinking about what colours I want to do to it. I'm thinking, is there any faction that's bright purple?
I'm sure there is. 1 second.
Because I'm looking at this sunset purple by scale 75 and thinking,
I mean,
that
Emperor's
looks
Children
nice.
are, but they are chaos. But that is a nice colour.
That is a nice colour. That's why I was thinking I want to use it. And I'm also thinking maybe like of highlights with a bit of this Tinderloss red.
Yeah. But yes, there are.
Hawklords.
Hawklords.
Interesting. So let's go with a bit of purple. If we can get this. There we go. That's that open. So, how would you suggest I do applications on this?
To start with, I'd go for a solid base coat. I wouldn't worry too much about being too fancy. You just want to make sure that you get paint on there.
Yeah.
Don't go too thick with it because you'll lose detail. You want to add a bit of water. It hasn't got to be swimming, but you want to add a bit of water. So they always say the consistency of skimmed milk, but I think that's more of just something that people say than actually know.
Yeah.
But just go for something that's fairly thin. And the idea is that you don't go over in one pass.
Yeah.
You build it up. And if you do it, generally when it's thinner anyway, it takes less time to dry. So if you do a decent cover, by the time you get to like the boots or whatever, the head's probably going to be dry by that point anyway.
Yeah. Oh, Badger, if you try to do a link, sorry, my links are still turned off. Should probably do not to.
Do you want me to give him a permit?
If you can, yeah, I can't remember if I've got that set up. I think I might just have it completed so you can't.
Or failing that, just send it to me on Discord and I'll pop it in.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, probably just send it to me on Discord. If you aim to get like maximum cover on it,
Maximum spin, full power, sorry.
maximum spin, full power.
I was watching him today.
He was streaming today.
He was streaming for absolutely ages.
Oh, the pictorial list, yeah. So there's a there's a wiki list of all the Space Marine chapters, but there's a picture next to each one, so you can go through them picture by picture.
Oh, interesting.
I've literally got it up now, so I can drop it to you.
Oh, please do.
If that's something you'd like to see. This is M to Z. Let's split it up. I'm working on my entry for the Madness competition, and I'm also entering it into an aquatic competition.
Oh, interesting.
So what I'm doing is, I don't know if you were here when I was chatting about it before, but I was going to do it on just a bit of MDMF board that I was going to paint like a lake. What I've actually done is got this round picture frame.
Yeah.
I've covered the bottom in sand and slate, and then going to spray it so it looks a little bit more realistic. Get the slate all painted, spray the sand, things like that. Then going to fill it with resin up to the lip. Put a boat on top of it with a glow underneath so it looks like there's an OSL light, and then I'm going to have a load of tentacles coming out of one end of the water so it looks like something's coming towards it.
And this is going with the boat you've already, the man in the boat you've already done?
Yeah, so I've got him here. He's not fully painted yet. But so he's going to be... There's a lantern on the edge of the boat at the front. I'm going to put OSL underneath on the sand. And then, yeah, there's basically just going to be tentacles coming towards him. But it's like my first attempt at doing proper OSL with a airbrush. I've done a bit recently with my... Did you see that? The big dude I did. Recently, the OSL one. This guy.
I keep forgetting what... Oh, yes, I did see that. Yeah, I was watching that the other day. That was...
Object Source Lighting.
That's the one, yes. I did see you doing that, and I thought that looks amazing.
So I did that one all with brush. And this one I'm doing mostly with airbrush. So I can see what one's better, what works better.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just trying loads of new stuff at the minute. But I thought I'd have a go at this, because I'm really enjoying it.
Okay, so that's where I want to be. That's where my hand wants to be. Banging. No, it's not. That's where
So there's a few different ways of doing Space Marines. One of the easiest ways is just to get a big brush, probably bigger than that one if you've got a bigger one.
This is actually my biggest brush. I do need some more brushes because like, when I was trying to paint my tank with this, and it's like, no.
It's fun. I mean, it works great. It's a good brush, but a bigger one just speeds it up.
Yeah. Speaking of my tank, did I tell you what happened to it the other day?
Did Ziggy smash it?
No, it fell off the bookshelf though, and smashed.
Oh no!
It. Yeah, and I've not got a chance to. A lot of it's flown everywhere, so I'm going to have to rebuild it.
Oh dear! I'm sorry to hear that. That's a bit of a bummer.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world. Put me in a foul mood for the rest of the day though.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, so just ramming people in traffic.
Petrol and burst them with fire. I mean, he's not wrong.
What is the problem? What is everyone's problem with Space Marines?
Oh, it's just because they're popular, or not even popular. It's just because they get all the love, so people don't like them. But the trouble is, they're in that weird catch-22 situation of they get all of the releases because they make money, but they make money because they get all of the releases.
Well, vote with your wallet then. Stop buying them.
That is the trouble.
I
I don't mind. They're
I
still
love
cool.
them.
Some of
I
them are
love
decent. They tend to get all the better lore as well. I tend to prefer like the civilian side of stuff like that.
Yeah.
Badger doesn't buy them. No, he just spends all of his money on massive bloody busts and things.
If I could spend my money on a massive bust, I would.
That's what I think so about that.
No, gonna leave that. Gonna leave it. Don't take the bait. Don't take the bait. Okay, so one of the things we wanted to talk about was just background lore for noobs, because I am a complete noob. I want to get to know more about it, so I'm turning to the expert.
But he couldn't arrive, so instead you've got me.
Yeah, I've got someone who's prettier.
Well. Oh, I know the one is another time or two. Anyone after anything. So, in the beginning...
In the long ago. In the before time. The long ago.
The before times. The long ago, yeah. Basically, you've got Earth, right?
Yeah.
Earth eventually gets taken over by different aristocratic techno-barbarians and stuff, and the whole world is divided. Mankind flees the place into the stars, sets up loads of different colonies, all on different planets, and is just scattered across the universe until a rather magical gentleman known as the Emperor takes over the planet and unites humanity all together.
Is this the guy who becomes the techno god? The machine god?
That's a whole nother kettle of fish.
Okay then. I'll try not to derail you.
No, you're right. It's just because this is... I mean, basically, the lore has spanned like 40 years at this point.
Yeah.
So the rewrites, what's canon, what isn't, it's just mental. There's so much stuff that can be interpreted in different ways. But basically, the Emperor is like the big central figure. He's tried to unite all of Earth. He did these crusades to go out and find all of humanity and bring them all under one flag across the sky. To do that, he had 20 genetically modified children called Primarchs, which were like the best of humanity. They all have slightly specific quirks and things, and each one was given a chapter of Space Marines to rule as their legion.
Okay.
So they all the founding chapters have gene seed.
I'm being told it's a false emperor now.
Just ignore that.
Just ignore the badger. Okay, I'll ignore the badger.
Not that he's wrong, just that's another whole thing.
I feel like I've made Joe have to do a lot of work here, which is going to end up contradicting himself week in, week out.
So, basically, 20 kids. 2 of them they know nothing of. They're written out of the law. And the reason for that is that you can create your own. They're like redacted for some reason. They're not spoken about. Various reasons why, but we won't go into those. And the rest were all given their own legion. So, for instance, the founding legion's Ultramarine. Their Primarch was Reboot Gulliman, who has just recently come back. White Scars was Jagatai Khan. They're kind of like saints, almost. They're like superhuman. They were shown as like far better than normal men. They're super strong, super intelligent, super fast.
They were rebuilt bigger, stronger, better, faster.
Pretty much, yeah. But they all have like certain significant quirks and things. So like, Reboot Gulliman was this amazing tactician. Jagatai Khan was a master of fast, speedy warfare, but also he was like a warrior poet.
Yeah.
And then you've got things like Angron, who was an absolute lunatic.
Joe, I have to ask, are you teaching me the lies of the Imperium? Because the cheap seats are getting hungry.
They always do. Sorry, I'm just doing layers of sand while we're doing that. False Emperor set the stupid walls of Magnus. Let's just ignore all of this. It's getting very derailed in chat.
Magnus did nothing wrong. Okay. Who's Magnus?
So yeah, you have all of these different legions that were all brought in to try and subjugate all of the different planets across the universe and bring humanity back as rulers of the universe.
Okay.
Didn't go well.
I mean, it sounds a little bit hubristic. Humanity, the rulers of the universe.
I mean, they had a bloody good go at it, but due to infighting, they had a bit of a civil war. There was a schism between the Primarchs, and you had guys who stayed with the Emperor, or the Imperium, and then you had traitors, which is known as 30k. It was in the 30,000 millennium or whatever, and it was the Horus Heresy.
So I've heard of the Horus Heresy. I don't know anything about it, but I've heard of it.
Horus Lupercal, who was head of the Lunar Wolves, he basically got corrupted by Chaos, and then led like an insurrection against the Emperor. Didn't go well. He died.
Who is the Emperor?
Mortally-
What's the Emperor's name, by the way?
The Emperor.
So he doesn't actually have a name.
No. I was thinking about this earlier, and I don't think he's actually got a name. I'm pretty sure he's just known as the Emperor. Apparently he's called Frank.
Frank the Emperor. Fair enough.
He's called Frank Lee.
Frankly, he's wronged or something.
This is, my friends, an outrage.
Emperor Frank. But yeah, he's he's like currently mortally wounded, and
Sometimes I wonder at the team I have assembled here.
A throne, which keeps him in a state of undying.
So sort of like Mr. House in Fallout New Vegas.
Kind of. But he is essentially dead. The body is entirely dead and withered, and it's like a rotten corpse. But his psychic essence is still tied to it. And to keep him alive and bound to this body, they basically have to sacrifice like 1 million psychers, which are psychics, to him every day. Which then goes into the whole thing of psycho energy being connected to the warp. You may have heard of anyway, we were speaking about before.
I've heard of vagueness about the warp. I've heard the term.
You've seen Event Horizon, right?
Yeah, it's basically
Yeah.
a hell dimension then?
Basically, yes. So warp travel is jumping from space through a tear to the warp and then coming out the other side back into space. And it's like a faster way of travel.
Yeah.
But the whole time you do it, you have to have a shield up because otherwise you get demons on board your ship and they attack you and stuff. So a psyker was required to travel to protect the ship and things like that and to navigate through the warp. It's described as
I ended
a
up
sea of
buying a
souls.
butt plug.
So anyone that's dead or anything like that is all gone to the warp almost, and it becomes this ethereal, magical place full of raw emotion. So across different books, there's loads of different depictions of it, but the one that seems to be the most spot on that I've seen at least is that the warp isn't necessarily hell, it's humanity manifest.
Yeah.
It's like pure emotion gets magnified there. So anger can become this crazy fury there and stuff, and you get demons and things that come from it. And it's all like human emotions that are driven to an extreme. So the Chaos Gods only exist because people believe in them. So it's a bit of a weird one. The easiest way, or the easiest example, I suppose, is Slaanesh, who is like the youngest of the Chaos Gods, who was created when the Elder, who are like space elves basically, went on like a
And swipe!
And swipe?
tons of themselves and things like this. And in that brief moment of ecstasy was so strong, it created a new god in the warp
Yeah.
because there was just an excess of emotion. Can we request a new, better / more correct story?
So I'm just watching Nixie and Royal trying to do my my alerts, which I've turned off. Well, I've not turned off. I've not imported them onto this page.
It's nice that they're trying.
Yeah. But hello, kids. Are you being behaved? And I was just thinking to myself, Badger. Ooh, well, that purple paint tastes purple.
Is it grape soda?
Oh, did they work? Oh, I know what's going on. I know what's going on there.
I couldn't hear it.
Yeah, I know what's going on. Right, I've put the audio for that to go through my TV, and that's not going. I've got my TV on mute, so they can hear it, but I can't.
Joe, stop it!
Yeah, I should probably put that through. I think yeah. That's it. Right, try it now then, kids. But yeah, Demon Badger is dying to be the first guest on this podcast to completely correct everything you've just told me.
He's more than welcome to.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so blah, 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 blah. Basically, lots and lots of nasties in the warp. The warp is like another subdimension. And then it goes on and on from there. But the central plot device to all of Warhammer 40,000 is that the one supposedly shining beacon of humanity is dead and is living a half-life on a throne that keeps him alive, but only at the cost of like 1,000 psychers a day or something.
Yeah, you said 1 million before.
Yeah, it's some number. It's definitely someone's dying.
And are psychers humans, or are they aliens, or are they an extra?
Psychers are... You can have psychers in most of the races. They're just people who are attuned to the warp.
Just psychic people, yeah.
Yeah, so they use it as magic. It's basically how they have magic in sci-fi setting. But yeah, they can do things like fire bolts of lightning, read minds. It's like Jedi. It's a similar sort of thing to that, really.
Yeah.
So Badgers favoured the Thousand Sons were one of the most psychically linked, but then they were told they weren't allowed to do it. Okay,
so now, do I want to ask, but who is Magnus?
That is the Primarch of the Thousand Sons Legion.
Okay.
Who, he was a traitor. He sided with Chaos, not through his own... He was sort of tricked into doing it. But because of that, he then eventually became a Demon Prince. So now, the model that you can get for him now, he's like this giant red demon with one eye and bird wings and things. But he was supposedly like the most gifted of the Psychers.
Okay then. Anyway, hello Father and Uncle, how are you? We're doing well. The show's gone quite well so far. We've been only minimally derailed, haven't we? All I heard then was,
They surely like trying.
Yeah.
But yes, so that is the basic setting. And then 40,000 is most of the Primarchs are dead or lost. The God Emperor is in a state of undeath. And the galaxy is just full of all-out war, of everyone just fighting everyone. Unending. The cheapest thing in the galaxy is human life, because there's so many lives out there on different worlds that it's actually like the las rifles they use are worth more than the people wielding them. It's kind of the thing that coined the term grimdark. Play Valorant because you can't listen to Imperial lies. That's fair. But that's kind of where the term grimdark came from.
No, it's bad. Just see in a bit. Have fun playing Valorant. Badly. Like he says, like he's ever played it. I'm loving this purple.
But yeah, so that's where they're at. And then the Space Marines are what are left over of this army created by the Emperor. There's now loads of sub-factions. So the original, the main chapters were told that because of the Horus Heresy, where they sided against each other, that no legion can ever be full strength again, because if they choose to defect, it could be too dangerous to fight.
Joe,
so instead they have to split up.
Do you know something? I did a lot of prep before my stream and that. Do you know something I totally didn't do?
What's that?
Think of my painting handle.
Oh no.
Yeah. Oh, now I've got to get up.
Numpty.
Oh no, innit? Entertain the masses.
Hey up. So I am painting a... Probably see it in the bottom right hand bit of your screen. I am painting a diorama base. We're currently just doing some different sand bits to try and make it look a little bit more natural. And then we're going to cover this with a clear resin, so I'm trying to get it to have like a nice murky look to it, so that when the clear resin goes over the top, you can sort of see like a darkness underneath.
Darkness imprisoning me. All that I see, absolute horror. That's a DMCA claim. It's definitely because it's Metallica.
I was going to say, if it's Metallica, it's bound to be. They've got like a little bat cave where whenever you say anything like that, I'll sing a lyric, an alarm just goes off and they all go down fireman's poles. But Lars has to go first.
Yes. Did you see that Twitch stream thing? Was it?
Was that when they banned themselves?
No, what it was
Or DMCA claimed themselves or something.
Oh, it was, what do you call it? It was Blizzard, was it BlizzCon? I think it was BlizzCon.
Yeah.
They were performing that. They've done it a few times, and when Twitch actually streamed it, they took the audio out. Twitch did it.
Brilliant.
And it's sort of like people. There's a lot of people going, well, this it serves Metallica right because they're the ones who did all this stuff. It's like, yeah, they are, but they sort of had. I'm always taking Metallica's side when it comes to like the Napster stuff. Because they sort of had a point. If someone's selling their music, and they're not getting any money for it, it's like, yeah, I'd be pissed off as well. But anyway, not getting into that kettle of fish.
That's for the other podcast that we do.
Yeah, that's the other podcast we do. Just talking about how garbage stuff is. We hate the world. Capitalism is bad.
The thickness of your paint looks really good.
Thank you.
I honestly think if you had a bigger brush, that would just be making it a lot easier for you because it is so hard just to do strong layers like that when you have to take ages and ages and ages and ages.
You may have to link me some new brushes then. Because...
I would just go for cheap ones if you're doing a bigger one. You literally don't need anything fancy, just like one of the couple of kids ones or whatever.
Okay, fair enough.
I never really bother too much with fancy ones when they're bigger. Because you haven't got to be accurate, it's more about if you're doing like fine detail, it makes sense. But when it's just thin little bits, I'm not really that far.
I have this dry brush. Could I use that? It's on my screen now.
That's not the bristle. Yeah, I mean that'd be fine.
Okay. Let's use that then.
You're probably going to use that for basing more than you will for dry brushing.
Fair enough. I'm not. I don't think I've done any dry brushing yet.
It's a good technique to learn to start with. You just you basically get paint on your brush, dry it off on a bit of paper towel, so you got most of the paint off it, and there's just a little bit left, and then you brush it across the model, so you just hit all the raised detail, but don't hit any of the recesses.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's not very accurate, and it's.
I'm glad. Yeah, I'm glad Badger's already gone because I know his opinions on dry brushing. He hates it. Yeah.
But no, it's all right. It's a good one. If you're doing stuff quickly, it's good. It's just it's not very accurate or decent. I wouldn't do it for like anything parade level. If it was just going on a table, then it's fine. But if I was doing anything that's like a little bit fancier, I would want to actually be putting the paint where I want the paint to go. But it does get a lot of hate and stuff where really it is pretty handy. Terrain and stuff is brilliant for, because if you've got to do something that's huge, being able to just dry brush it and hit all those details, it looks gorgeous. But yeah, people hate it because people like hating stuff.
Yeah, after being so long on the internet, I've discovered that as well. I like stuff.
Yeah, I'm a bit of a fan of stuff.
Yeah, and have you heard of this other stuff called Things? They're pretty good as well.
Not so keen on Things, but I've got time for it. I'll allow it.
Oh yeah. I mean, I much prefer my bobbles. They're a bit of an offshoot of Things. I think it's like finger my bobbles.
Yeah. I've always been more of a fan of the whatchamacallits.
Oh, whatchamacallits are amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where I've put my money.
Ah, fair enough.
But yes, you should find that's a little bit easier. It's also easier to get like a consistency a little bit easier.
Consistency, yes.
Yeah, you can kind of judge it a bit better and mix a little bit more. Make sure that you keep all the paint in the top half of the bristles. You don't want to go any further down.
Yeah.
I'd say that, I know you already know that, but I reiterate it now because with the bigger brushes, it's a lot harder when you're putting loads of paint on.
Yeah. I mean,
slide up.
I might just go get my 1-inch brush. Oh, one of my 1-inch brushes. I've got about 800 of them. Paint and decorator's life, yeah. Imagine going around someone's house to paint the bedroom with this brush.
How long do you think that would take?
I could probably do a first coat in about 16 hours.
I like that you've actually got a time frame.
That's just on one wall, not a full room.
Right, I'm starting to do the OSL now on this lantern.
That is looking... Well, I mean, I can't see it now. Move your hand.
One sec.
There we go. That is looking pretty ace, that. That's looking pretty ace.
I want to hang this up on the wall afterwards. So this sits like that. You probably can't see it yet. A bit delayed. It sits kind of like that on the wall. And it's going to be hanging, so the boat is like facing down on it.
Yeah.
Like. So.
That is going to look reet good, that is, chap.
Hopefully so. It's like the most effort I've put into any of these fucking competition entries yet. I've actually, the other one that I judge, I've actually asked to not judge it this week or this month, so that I can enter.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, which I think it's good anyway. If you're judging competitions, to have a little bit of time where you try and enter and get back in the head frame of doing it. Because otherwise, it's very easy to sit and judge without knowing what they're doing. Whereas they put a lot of work in, and you owe it to them really to do the best you can.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go for a slightly brighter yellow again. I'm just sort of slowly mixing these colours, 50-50 with each one, and then getting lighter and lighter and lighter.
It is looking really good. I can't wait to actually see the finished. I can't wait to see it in 1080p because the Discord advert was only 720. And it's even smaller for everyone else. But yeah, I'm really liking this purple. Okay, so I think that's all I can do with that for the minute.
Am I right in saying that purple's from the flesh set?
No, that is from the Scale 75 Blood and Fire red paint set.
The red, of course it is, sorry. Yeah. That's the one that I just bought.
Yeah.
Very good set, actually.
It is. I love all the reds because that's the other colour I'm thinking to use on this. I might actually... Cause I picked off that Cinderloss rig. Yeah. I'm thinking of that. I'm not sure which other colour I'm going to be because I'm going to do... the chest piece here, I'm going to do that in red around it, but I'm going to do yellow on the eagle-y? The skull wing thing? What's the skull wing thing? Have you researched that? Aquila.
Yeah, so the eagle, it's a two-headed eagle, which I think, I could be wrong on this, someone might have to correct me. I'm fairly sure it indicates Earth and Mars. Because Mars was where you get the Adeptus Mechanicus, which were like you were talking earlier about the tech god or the
machine god.
Machine god, that's it. That's that faction, and there was like a truce between them and humanity.
So yeah, I mean the most of a dive I've done into Warhammer before now was Space Marine, the game from PS3.
Good game.
Yeah, it was. And the only reason I played it was a PS Plus game, free.
Yeah.
And it was good. I saw Warboss was playing it the other night, actually, which was brought back memories.
Is that what he was playing on stream?
Yes, he was.
Oh, I missed that one.
He was only doing a test stream for about half an hour.
I never actually played it.
Yeah, it's
it was
decent.
one I always wanted to, but never got to play.
Well, White Dwarf.
Yeah, very true.
And Joe, because I know you're excited about it because you can't wait because you've been wanting me to play it all the time. But I've got a date in mind for if it passes before the where's my purple? What have I done with my purple?
It's going to be Tuesdays.
No, you're not Deadly Premonition.
Yeah.
Well, my birthday this year is on a Tuesday.
It is indeed.
So I'm thinking of doing a very long
your
stream.
birthday.
Yeah.
It might be the first birthday in a long time that because I've already sent you your present, there's no guilt for. So it's like, oh, it's someone's birthday, and I can just be like, oh, that's great. Whereas normally it's like, oh fuck, I've got to give him a present.
So you sent me a present, and it's all second-hand stuff.
Yeah.
Oh.
Get used to it. I'm a hippie.
Cheers, mate.
You're lucky. Jess got second-hand underwear.
Yeah, just stop with it. I know. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I had a fantastic burn there.
I was just testing you.
I had a fantastic. Oh, there it is. Right. I mean, admittedly, that's even a little bit too far, even for you. Right? Because we're trying to be wholesome. Trying to be wholesome, and I know it's hard for you, Joe. I know it's very hard for you. It's very, very hard.
Unless a man would be taking that bait.
Yeah, I ended up buying a butt plug.
Hello, Seraphim.
Airbrush to clean.
The wholesome squad has arrived. Yes, Seraphim is indeed here. Hello, Seraphim. I'm glad you're here because, well, I'm always glad you're here.
He's a lovely bugger.
He is. He is. I missed his Saturday stream because, well, he didn't. Did he stream?
He didn't do it.
No, I don't think he did. I was thinking, why did I miss his stream? Yeah.
Don't worry, you don't have to pretend that you watch it.
No. You see, I was saying to myself, I missed his Saturday stream, as in, you know, I missed you, and then I realised, hang on a minute, did he stream? He didn't stream, did he? And I doubted myself, like, have I just doubted myself that I didn't watch his stream? You're doing it this Saturday, belting. That's what we want.
Good.
We're gonna have to get. I've got a potential guest list as long as my arm, you know. Because I want
I've got
Badger.
Tons and tons of guests in mind.
Oh, should we? Do you want to name drop any?
We could. I know Erin's quite keen to come on at some point.
Oh, definitely up for Erin. She's lovely.
Spec Up Spud I wouldn't mind getting on at some point.
Oh, Spec Up would be amazing.
I haven't spoken to him about it. A Sick Red I wouldn't mind getting on. Just loads of people that are sort of on the peripheral of stuff that we do anyway. But it's a nice way to bring other people on that we don't speak to much as people in the cult, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I really want to do one with Angry Hobbit. I'm so looking forward to my my Blood Bowl game with him, because I think it might be the first game that's a look on paper. Think I might be able to win that.
No. Have you seen where he is currently in the league?
He's quite high up, isn't he?
Very high up. The guy plays a lot.
Yeah.
He's very good, and he usually plays Snotlings and things, which people think goblins are bad. Snotlings are way worse.
Good luck, Perps. Good luck. That was me trying to do that, but I've got a brush in my finger, so it's that. 2 points you're going to love this week because you want me to play Dark Souls. Are you playing Dark Souls? Are you playing Dark Souls on Saturday, Roy?
I'm going to go in and heckle him.
Oh,
tell him how wrong he is at all of it. You're doing Dark Souls wrong, Roy. It's wrong.
I'm doing Bloodborne tomorrow. I'm hoping on Amygdala.
She's fairly easy, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm hoping I'm at her.
You do good with that one. Judging on how much you've done already, I think you'll have no problem with her.
Yeah, I'm up to level 103 now or something like that. I'm pumping blood tinge a bit as well because I've got the Gatling gun. I think I could do with me it being a bit stronger, and then I'm going to start pumping arcane a bit.
Have you gone to Canehurst Castle yet?
No, I need to kill the Witches of Hemwick, and then I think I get
You're pumping blood tinge. Go to Canehurst Castle.
Okay.
There's good stuff there.
Thank you very much, Seraphim. You are definitely on my list of guests. 2 points fancy Blood Bowl game at some time. When I get time, yes, indeed. I have no time at the minute.
That's the big trouble, isn't it? That there's all these lovely things to do and just no time. Right, that's clean. I need to drop in a tiny bit of the even.
I need to start. Speaking of Blood Bowl, I need to actually start thinking of my next season's team because I don't want to be Amazons again.
Really?
Yeah.
Why is that? What have you found with them that you're not a fan of?
It's not that I'm not a fan of them. It's I think I play them wrong.
How do you play?
I'm too much of a bangy crashy guy. I think I should be running more with Amazons, and it seems antithetical to the way I want to play. So I'm thinking of Orcs. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be a good one. They're very smashy bashy. If you're a bit more passive and you like defense, you can go Dwarves.
Yeah. Ooh,
Chaos is
dwarf.
quite good at the Smashy Bashy team.
No, I'm streaming more than 2 days next week, so you have more time to add points to go. Ooh, what's your new stream schedule, Roy? Evening, Plexi. Hello.
Hey up, Plexi. Hope you're well, buddy.
We may be as well, Joe, and I'm just dropping this on you now. But next week on the 2 Points to Joe show is going to be on your channel, isn't it?
It is indeed, yeah.
The week after it comes back. The week after it comes back to mine, doesn't it?
It does.
Which is my birthday week, and I have got a couple of Aliens: A Glorious Day in the Core boxes coming.
Ooh.
So I was thinking of doing a longer stream and painting some of them. If you wouldn't mind taking a slight diversion from the Warhammer.
Funnily enough, I'm doing a 24-hour stream soon for charity. It was going to be that weekend, actually.
Yes, we did mention it was going to be the weekend of the 20th and 21st, didn't we?
Yeah. So we could maybe tie it into that.
I thought you were going to do. I thought you were doing a 24-hour Blood Bowl stream.
I'll be painting Blood Bowl on it. It's just a 24-hour stream. I'm going to be doing Blood Bowl on it, whether or not.
Yeah.
I was going to get the starter set for it. Because I've got these teams ready. If the teams aren't done, I'll just finish them off on it. I've got a halfling one and a dwarf one to do. I've got the dwarves here at the minute that I'm waiting to.
I do actually want to play you at Blood Bowl.
What I was thinking was, if I get the new Blood Bowl box, what I might do is get it ahead of time and then send you the orc half. If you're wanting to play orcs, then you can paint your own team.
Ooh, that sounds like a plan.
We can tie that in on a multi-stream, that you paint yours, I'll paint mine, and then we'll just chat like this, but give out a multi-stream link so people can watch both of them at the same time.
Oh, that is an idea. That is definitely an idea. If you do it on a Saturday, I don't stream anyway, so I'd be quite happy to just do it like this.
Yeah.
I won't be able to be on as much. I won't be able to do 24 hours with you, but I can do a few hours.
Well, I'm thinking I'm probably going to do a few set time slots, so you have like 3 hours with each person.
Oh, I mean, I can't commit to that. I can barely commit to 3 hours to my wife.
No, not touching that one with a stick.
No worries, Plex. It's just coming in saying hello. That's all. That's more than enough. But how are you? I hope you're well. We love you because you're a lovely being. To be decided. But so, yeah, he sent you a lot of prints, hasn't he?
He has, and then on top of that, he's just sent me some Star Wars figures from Legions to paint for him.
Oof. When are you painting them on stream?
Probably, yeah. I don't really know when to do them, but I'm looking forward to them because they've the object source lighting thing that I'm doing here. Because they've got the lightsabers, they're perfect for that, which is why he sent them to me. He knows that I'm really into that at the minute, giving it a go and stuff.
Yeah.
So it gives me a good chance to like practice at doing like strong light effects on the lightsabers.
Oh wow, that's bad. What's bad? I have no idea what's bad.
Am I right in thinking Roy's got 2 weeks off, doesn't he?
Oh, he does, yeah.
Get some Roy time in. We might even do some Phasmo or something on the. Send 2 points of Yoda to paint.
I'd paint a Yoda.
You've got at the minute. You've got quite a bit, haven't you?
I've got tons. I've got tons. I'm painting like 2 days a week, and I'm a slow painter.
We're gonna have to get you cracking through that.
Yeah, I mean that's the whole point.
Well, you got that alien stuff, haven't you?
Yeah.
And if you're gonna do that on your birthday.
Well, I was going to do it on the 2 Points to Joe show on the Thursday because we've got to do. I was going to do Deadly Premonition on the actual birthday, providing the community goes met.
Yeah. Well, I mean that's the thing, isn't it? It's not. I know we're talking about Warhammer right now, but it's not a dedicated Warhammer show. It's just a hobby show.
Yeah, it's a miniature painting show.
Clearly.
It's just Warhammer. Of course, the dog's more than welcome to get involved. My baby gets involved.
Yeah, your baby's a very good co-host. I have a fair few 3D printed props. Yeah, I'm sure you do now. 3D print changes the game.
I was talking to Mile Boy last night because I was having my game with him, and the amount of people with 3D prints who just want to send you 3D prints. So, yeah, oh yeah, if you don't want it, if you just ask me, it's like, I feel really guilty. No.
Yeah, they don't take money for it either.
Yeah, I know, and it's like, yeah, I'm not taking it for free. I feel weird. I don't like taking things for free at all. But that's just me. Because there's that. In fact, I've still got it. Because if I have, I'll show it off on stream because it's amazing. Because there's a print I've seen, and I thought it was absolutely amazing.
Danny's got it right. They're like crack dealers, aren't they? That the first one's always free. They get you really into it, and then you're like, oh yeah, I've just seen this new one. Yeah, it's going to cost you. Wait, what?
Is it that one? Yes, this one. There's this one I've found. Where's my window capture? There we go. And it's the hunter from Bloodborne.
Yeah.
And I love it. It intimidates me, but I absolutely love it. And if I had the space, I'd have a 3D printer myself. But I'd love to paint that.
I'm still saving up for mine. I was going to buy a cheap one, and I think instead I'm going to save up for a better one. So I'm kind of waiting for the Elegoo Saturn.
I will pretend to know what that is.
It's just bigger. You can print bigger things in it.
Yeah, because I know there's resin printers and there's the other kind of printer.
Yeah, plastic, I think.
Yeah, I don't know what the difference is between them really.
They're not as high quality, so you get like when you see things 3D printed with loads and loads of lines through them.
Yeah,
they're those ones I think, but you can print bigger stuff easier or cheaper. So people tend to use them for terrain and stuff like that. Whereas all the fancy, high detail, tiny things, you use resin for. That's my understanding anyway. I'm sure everyone in chat now is going to be like, "You're wrong."
Actually,
wrong. Oh my god, he doesn't even know that that's not a real printer.
Do you remember that whole panic thing a few years back? Because the press was saying that, oh, with everyone being able to get 3D printers, now people are going to start 3D printing their own guns.
Yeah.
It's not, they've just become plastic crack dealers.
Which I think is more dangerous. But,
yeah, fair enough.
Guns.
Sorry, say that again.
People can 3D print guns, but just no one can be asked because you have to wait so long for them.
Yeah. But yes, I do want a 3D print. I do want a 3D print, Danny. But I'm not asking for one.
There was a really good YouTube channel a while ago. I can't remember anything about it other than the fact it was a guy who went into airports and made weapons to show how stupid all their carry-on rules were.
Oh, it's husband. There's
and he'd just make like bombs and shit out of the stuff that you can buy from duty free, and then go on board a plane.
Yeah, there was George Carlin did a bit post 9/11 about all the things you can actually take onto a plane.
Yeah,
it's like you can't take a knife, but you can take like a whiskey bottle, which you can just smash. All this stuff, and it's not like the one thing George Carlin always used to love doing was telling jokes that were really funny but also completely true. And it's like, oh, jeez. I love George Carlin. He's my spirit animal.
He just has a really nice voice as well.
Yeah.
What's the going rate for a commission paint job? It depends what you want.
FDM funeral plastic together, fuses plastic together, whereas SLA turns the liquid to a solid.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Roughly, I think it's like 70 quid for a unit, 100 quid for a character model, or like a big monster model, 40 quid for just like a character in this like 32mm one. I
send him nudes and he does them. I send him nudes and he does them for me.
Small basic is like 30 to 40 quid. Depending on what it is though, for you Danny it'd be very, very different. And plus I've already got stuff to do for you, so don't forget he's paid me but not sent me the stuff yet.
How much did you charge for the frog army that you did?
I didn't. The person chose how much they were going to pay for it.
Oh, fair enough.
And they were very, very generous.
Oh, fair enough. I'm sorry, I've just made you uncomfortable, haven't I?
No, not at all. It's to be honest, if I had thought about it, I probably would have charged very similar to that anyway, because the amount of time that went into it in the end was a lot.
Yeah.
But no, they just paid me outright at the start. Said that they were going to pay me that much, and I was like, well, that's way too much. And then they started breaking it down as to how they wanted to pay it and why. And then it was like, oh no, actually that's quite spot on. It's not that far from the truth. It's weird because the set itself is only 35 quid. So it's a weird one because you just assume, well, it's only a cheap set. It can't charge much for it on the commission.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of work in it.
That's the thing. You don't factor in how much time it takes you to do it, and you've also got to factor in you're not paying for your time. The person's not paying for your time. They're paying for your skill.
I think when I worked it out before, for me painting like a unit or a character or something, I was charging £1.80 an hour, which is so low. But the thing is as well, you're always riding that line of what people will actually pay as well. Because it's a luxury. It's not like food or water or anything. It's something that you don't necessarily need, so people buy it when they have the money and don't when they don't. So it's a tough one. I think I'm getting better at pricing stuff now. I used to always price so cheap and ruin myself on it. And this goes not just commissions. I mean, when I was doing my other work as well.
Yeah.
I undercharge for that all the time. I'm so bad at selling myself price wise.
Yeah, it's so hard because you don't want to feel like you're taking the mick. And a lot of people, because when I was a painter and decorator, it was the same thing. It's like you'd have an idea of how much time and effort is going to cost you to do something, and then someone said, "Well, I don't want it for that. I want it for this." And it's like, "Oh, okay, if you want it for that, then you're getting a job that costs that much."
Yeah. See, I'm kind of lucky. I've had no one lowball me yet.
Yeah. But when
lowballing is fine to deal with when you've got money.
Yeah.
The issue is when you're doing commission painting and it's your only source of income.
Yeah, that's the big thing. You don't want to be talking yourself out of work, and that's something that a lot of people exploit a lot.
Oh yes.
And what's my thoughts on commission painting? I do not have the time to do it, and I don't have the skill to do it yet either. Otherwise, I'd have a right good think about it. So it looks like Ziggy's doing what he did with me last night, and that he's
when he's not going to sleep.
I didn't get him down till 9:30 last night, and Perps I think is the same. Oh, cheating. Okay, so I'm using some of this blood red.
Oh, it's a lovely paint.
It does look pretty lovely. I'm starting to think I might need magnifying glasses to do this though. Commission's okay when the person you are doing for understands it takes time, only few people expect it the next day. Yeah. And you always want to take payment in advance, don't you?
I always take payment in advance.
Yeah.
Full. Because it's not, when I used to live with a carpenter, and when people took the piss out of him, he'd go around with a claw hammer and just rip out all the work.
Yeah.
You paid for the time, but the stud work's still mine till I get paid fully.
Yeah.
You can't do that with painting. I can't go around with a rag and just wipe all the paint off. So I'd rather just do that.
Mm.
I mean, this is going to sound a little bit big-headed, but with streaming, you become a personality or a character in the community. Or whatever. If I rip anyone off or fuck anyone over, I've literally put my character on the line.
Mm.
I can't just step back from it and be like, haha, now I've disappeared after nicking 200 quid. Whereas someone else can quite easily do that.
Mm.
So I like to think, when I say my reputation, I don't mean like my painting reputation, but just my reputation for being out there and, talking to people and stuff, affords me a little bit of safety on that front. But, there's not really any other way of staying safe.
I'm starting to get this thing on Discord now. where I'm getting these random people I've never met either trying to add me as a friend or send me invites to weird servers. And I don't know why.
Have you got any names that I might recognise? Because I've had a few. Trying to add, I just flat out ignore all of them.
Oh, I flat out ignore them as well and block the people. But this one I've just had now is just trying to invite me to a Spanish server. It's like, I'm not even Spanish. And I know what it is. It'll be one of those sites where they do torrents and stuff, you know, for software and stuff like that. And you have to invite so many people into the server before you get access to it. It'll be one of them. So it's just a random,
Yeah, I don't know. I get people I used to know on other servers then suddenly add you and shit to try and add you to their server that is completely unrelated to whatever you're doing in your life at that point, and it's just rubbish.
Yeah. I've just got another one.
That'll be Roy sending you messages now just to wind you up.
No, it's Nixie inviting me to the Church of Hentaiism. Thanks, Nixie.
It's a strange church you got going there. Oh, here we go. Let's send you this.
Oh, God's sake, stop sending me messages on Discord. Yeah, this one's called 42 exclamation point 42K thanks Reen Clover. And I've just blocked them. It's for those who are cultured. I'm sure it is, Nixie, and I know you are full of culture.
Basically calling Actimel from this point on because she's got so much culture.
It took me a minute to get that. It took me a minute, I'll be real. It was very good, but it took me a minute. Zoom right in on this. I always feel like, you know, when I'm looking at my viewer in OBS, I always feel like it looks really, really blurry. And I hate it.
Danny, I haven't done them yet. Honestly, I'll get on them straight away. 2 points. What is your experience then so far of the Warhammer community? And I'm not talking about the cult of creativity. I mean, like, just in general, the wider community. What would your overview of it be?
Because
I know you're quite, not necessarily active, but you lurk a lot on the Reddits and stuff, don't you? So you
yeah. I like good painted minis. There's a lot of gatekeeping. In the same with any hobby community, I find a lot of that. I found that in Twitch streams, and I found that on Instagrams, and I found that on the subreddits, everywhere I go. Anything where you're trying to get into a new hobby, there's always going to be those people there. Well, I've been into this hobby for years. Oh, hello, Dark Elf Girl.
Hello.
How are you? I tried to jump into your stream last night. I'm not following you yet because I was waiting to get into your stream to actually say to follow, so I got that little thing where it goes because I wanted the shout out because I'm that vain. Unfortunately, my child decided he didn't want to sleep, so by the time I actually got him down, you'd finished. But Joe has told me it went well, so I hope it did.
Did indeed. I know Danny was looking earlier for the VOD of it, but we forgot to save them, so they'll be all saved next time. But unfortunately, the inaugural one has vanished to the annals of time.
Oh, speaking of the inaugural one, the inaugural 2pointstoJoe show will be going up on YouTube as well. It will serve as a chronicle. So how... I'm good, thanks. Just finished another stream. How's it going, everyone? We're going well. Apparently, I've been getting taught heresy from the Imperial heresy, according to another Warhammer fan.
You'll always be doing it wrong somehow.
Yeah. How are you finding Twitch as opposed to Instagram then, Dark Elf Girl? It's very hard to actually not refer to people by the name when you know it.
Yeah.
I always find it's.
Yeah, I mean, the amount of times I almost slip and call you Glorio is just ridiculous at this point.
Oh, let it change by Deeple.
All right, okay. What is it now?
Banana Hammock.
Okay. I see why you wouldn't want to be called Banana Hammock on Twitch.
Yeah, I know. Maybe it's better that one has vanished. What did you get up to? What did you get up to, Joe?
Nothing incriminating.
Nothing incriminating. You played in the fifth there, are you? So yeah, two of us have a strong opinion. Fair enough.
It went really good.
Yeah, it looked. I managed to get an alert on there. What happened was I put him down, and then he started crying. I thought, I'll give him 5 minutes, see if he settles. Set on my PC so I could watch. Loaded it up, and then he didn't stop crying. So I had to go back. But good. It's good that it's good that you at least enjoyed it. It's good to have you around. We like our Twitch.
A good turn up for the regulars as well. I was expecting it to be a lot quieter, but I think we had about 20 people all the way through, didn't we? Which was good.
That is good. So is it going to be... Oh, where's my pin? There's my pin. Is it going to be every Wednesday? You going live, or do you have a schedule in mind yet? And if any of my mods are about, if they could give Dark Elf Girl a shout out, that'd be mucho apreciato.
You know, I'm literally talking to you.
Yeah, I know, but I didn't know if you had your hands free, because I can't get to my keyboard. I can get to my mouse.
Okay.
Thank you.
Have a linky poos.
Do you know you can do the art as well? You can do at Dark Elf Girl, and it works as well.
Yeah, I have heard that actually.
Yeah.
I've never done it.
It's just quicker, I find.
Even though I know it, I still type it all out like a lunatic.
Yeah. The best kind of shout out though I've found is when you do 25 bits and TTS it. Really sort of sells it to me. Stream every Wednesday.
What film did you watch last night, Danny? I remember you saying that there was a film on.
They're even coming from Gdansk to watch the film.
What an absolutely lovely film it was.
But every Wednesday, it sounds like a plan. Can't even see that. I heard shout out and back. How could you leave, Cass? How could you leave me without mod support? How could you leave me without the bestest mod in the world?
Again, I'm right here.
Yeah, but look, come on, let's be honest, dude. Right?
Cass is better, yes. Cass, but I still have feelings.
Right, Cass is a better mod than you, and Cass is a better mod than me. We know this.
Very true.
The heck? Oh, that was a... Thank you. I'm really enjoying this, Marine. I'm really enjoying it. Thank you, Seraphim. What were you actually painting? What were you actually painting last night, Dark Elf Girl? I need to shorten that down.
Why don't you just call her Deg? That's what I call her.
I was thinking Deg. I was thinking it just sounds like Brad Pitt in Snatch caught referring to a dog.
Do you want to play Deg?
You know, Dag. Woof woof. Dag. I need a cup of tea and I have no Wi-Fi in my room. Hi, Taco.
Watching that film now, it just seems like an utter piss take.
Yeah. It's a comedy.
Oh, you shouldn't have. It's a bit small, isn't it?
Ooh. I don't have 25 bits, but well, 18 too. Yeah, it'll do. I mean, I only had 3 this morning to drop in Nix's. I need to actually change it back to 25. It's not getting spammed as much. So I think I'm safe. What are you priming right now, by the way? Take your priming.
I'm priming up the Dwarf Blood Bowl team, so I've got the Halfling team that I'm painting at the minute, but while I've got the airbrush out, I just thought I'd do these guys as well. Because I need to get them painted. I think I'm going to do the Dwarf one tomorrow on stream, perhaps. I've got to do that Resident Evil model though as well. I might just have a day of that sort of stuff. What's going on?
What's going on? Seraphim, you cheeky. Oh, hello, Dydrin as well. Hello.
Welcome in, Dydrin. Hope you're doing good, buddy.
Thank you very much, Seraphim. Thank you very much. That is mucho apreciato. You're absolutely lovely being. We love Seraphim here. If anyone's got a gift off Seraphim, please give them a thank you. They are lovely. Them and the lovely Mrs. Seraphim do some absolutely fantastic streams together. My personal favourite is when Alette forces Seraphim to crochet. Perps definitely hasn't taken that idea on and thought, well, you know, when I'm going to be the guest on the 2 Points to Joe show, you're both learning to crochet.
I want to crochet like a scarf that says "Blood for the Blood God" or something really like aggressively Warhammer, but also incredibly gentle crochet.
Yeah. So like a really chibi sort of blood god thing.
Yeah.
Does anyone want to see the special guest?
Is the special guest back?
Not that special guest, different special guest.
Oh, right.
Come on. No, don't stand in the pallet. There we go.
I hope that's a cat.
Yep. Look at the void of the cat. It's a big black void of
deep
cat.
Into the Parker. Have you guys seen the Warhammer quilt thing she made? No.
Alette's made a Warhammer quilt. Look. But Dad, you can't paint no more.
Has she actually, or is that just some form of blanket expression?
Joe, we can't keep doing this if you keep making those jokes, okay? The bad joke police will shut us down. Come on in. Oh, up you go. There you go. Okay. Okay, there we go. Banging. Alright. Oh, brush is dried. I don't know why I chose bright purple. I like it.
That's really cool. She's very talented.
I actually misread that then. So I read an Aquila quilt from a mate of ours that is ruining a GW store.
Congratulations! I've made you a quilt because you're doing such a fine job.
You're gonna have to, I need to see this now, yo. So, Joe.
Darling.
Oh, I love when you call me darling. I got all fuzzy-headed. I can't think of what I was going to ask. What is, then, your favourite Space Marine faction? Like I always said, faction really weird, then.
I kind of like Legion of the Damned, if I'm honest.
Oh, really?
Which are, they're like black with a flame pattern on them, but they're kind of like ghosts. They just appear at battles to save people when they're needed. But they got lost to the warp. They were a faction. I think they're called the Firehawks. They got lost to the warp and got lost for years and years and years. And then when they came back, well, they think that it's them anyway. When they came back, they're covered in flames and stuff. They have skulls all over them and things, but they just appear and then disappear. They never hang around, and it's led to like this myth that they don't exist or that they're like ghosts of fallen space marines that appear at the right time, just to say very Arthurian.
Oh yeah, that does sound pretty epic. That I'm very much into Arthurian legend.
If it weren't for the fact that they're covered in flames, I'd probably have collected them. But like just sculpting flame and all of that on them just seems like a ball ache, if I'm honest.
Yeah, but if anyone could do them justice, it'd be Yo.
Yeah, because I'd just set them on fire and be like, look at them, look how law accurate it is. See the way they glisten in the flame.
Joe. Nothing. That. I'm gonna start doing Joe when I've got absolutely nothing to say afterwards.
So, how do you think the first episode of the 2 Points to Joe show has gone?
Well, I expected it to be absolutely terrible, but it's been pretty good. It's been pretty good.
Expected it to be absolutely terrible, and I'm pretty content with how terrible it's been.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong, it's been absolutely abhorrent. But in a good way. There's not been any drawn penises on screen.
Which is a first, let's be honest.
Yeah. It's definitely a bonus for me.
Erin, are you still there? Or have you disappeared?
No worries if you have disappeared.
Oh no, Daedrin's done a penis. The Twitch police are going to get us now.
Oh, damn it, Daedrin. I almost had a fully wholesome stream, yo. Almost, for once.
Just one.
I wanted to play something like Animal Crossing. No, I can't. I was going to say Stardew Valley, but if I play Stardew Valley, I'm just going to be going on about how I want to, marry each one of the characters and live in a big hut.
Yeah, ignoring that, I found a frame for my Dark Elf Dare thing that I'm doing, and I'm really enjoying it. I just wanted to let you know that I was really enjoying it. I'll try and use some wash to the airbrush.
It is the good kind of terrible. It is, yes.
That's like Pernod. That's how I would describe Pernod to someone that's never drunk Pernod before.
It'll be super cool. This is the dragon theme.
Oh, there's someone spamming the Joe. Oh, it's Danny. Excellent.
Yeah, of course it's Danny.
At least he's not telling you that you're painting off screen this time.
Cat! Hey! Get out of it! I have a cat here that is trying to lick the inside of a thing. I'm looking right at it and I can't tell you what it is.
It's a cat.
No. It's the wrapper, a cheese string wrapper.
Oh, right. I thought you meant you were looking at your cat and you can't tell what it is. Are you on drugs? I am drugs.
Could be worse. And what? Have I just missed what Royal's put on there? Has Royal just put something?
He tried to do something and it didn't work, I think.
Remove the message. What's he tried to do? It's supposed to be... Royal, I will time you out, young man. You will go to bed without your supper. Oh, there's my Discord alert. I wonder what I've just had sent to me on Discord. Hello, Perps.
Welcome back.
Are you coming downstairs so you can shout at me for licking the paint off a brush?
Who are?
She hates
Who are
it.
Mrs.?
I'm just thinking that Mitchell and Webb look, but joke. Who are Mrs.? Shall I get mine out?
Yeah. I think I vaporized far too much wash without wearing a mask, and now I can't breathe.
Joe?
Yes, darling.
That was stupid of you, wasn't it, dear?
It was.
Why weren't you wearing a mask?
Because why would I? I'm a badass guy that can't breathe.
There's nothing badass about not being
Great.
able to breathe.
I just got sent a penis from Roy.
Yep, same.
He says don't look at Discord. It literally pops up on the right of my screen.
You know the thing I always found weird? It's the kid at school.
Let's get out there and swat it.
The kid at school who always drew loads of penises.
Was Roy all along?
Yeah. Get really, really upset and would always be like the most hetero guy ever.
But he absolutely loved a bit of cock.
Yeah. I mean, not that there's anything wrong with loving a bit of cock. I mean,
we all love a bit of cock now and then.
I mean, I don't always love cock because I live on a little street and one of my neighbours up the street has decided they want to get a cock. And every morning the little fucker's going, cock-a-doodle-doo! And I want to go brain the thing. Especially on a Saturday when I'm trying to sleep in. Before I've got my designated playtime.
I don't know. When, you've heard my dogs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Cockerels are fine.
They're really not. They're really not.
I need to stipple on some greys now. I'm going to use a bit of foam from a blister pack.
Ooh.
I'm just going to stipple it all over the stones to give it like a stone.
Nothing wrong with a bit of cock. Nope, nothing else. Yeah,
You can never have just one though, can you?
It's just one of those things I was just thinking about this year because it always used to be the thing that lads for some reason always love is a strong word. Like is a bit more accurate. Fair enough. We all have different takes on it. Joe, we need to get this back on theme, mate.
They're like cream eggs, aren't they? You can never just have one. You've always got a...
You can eat more than one cream egg at a go.
Yeah, can you not?
No. I feel like vomiting 3/4 of the way through one. I still have to finish it, but I still feel like vomiting.
Oh, this will be why that I've got tits and you don't.
I have tits as well, mate.
Well, no.
Yeah,
pictures later.
Lockdown's been hard.
So hard.
Oh, God's sake. Alright, okay. Wholesome. Right. Pretend we're on Purpose Stream.
Oh, hi there. Isn't it so professional and nice here?
Yeah, it is,
Isn't it lovely?
Yeah, you won't think that the guy who arranged this one arranges that one as well. I do so much work getting Purpose Stream ready. That's why mine looks garbage. Because I know where the money is.
I never noticed that Perps is actually just you in a wig. You'd think the moustache would like catch me out, but I've just never noticed it. As soon as you put on that low cut top, I'm like, oh no, hello, teach me crochet.
Okay, so yeah, that's looking pretty good, I think, so far. I don't want to do like one solid colour. I mean, I know I've seen your Felleras, what they're called.
Have you got any black?
I do have black, but since it's painted black, I don't want to paint it black.
No, just I would thin a bit down.
Yeah.
And run it into all the recesses. Like those Primaris models have so many recesses.
Yeah.
I would just run a very, very thinned bit. Like get a little bit of thin stuff on your brush, wick away most of the moisture, and then just run it along all the lines so you get like a thin black line, and you'll just notice it will split the panels up a little bit more. It'll more look like you've just got a bit of shading on there.
So, very watered down black.
Yeah. You want it, so the point of watering it down is one, to make it slightly more transparent, but also so it flows easily across the model. Is that decay black?
It is decay black. How did you know?
Because it's a bloody good black. I use it a lot.
Where have you put it? Sorry. Found and posted and finished a crochet. Let's have a look. Finished crochet. That's video game chat. Oh my. Make sure do not show what Roy sent me. But have you seen that, Joe? That is amazing. That the work of the lovely Alette. That is.
She's not good.
In all fairness, you've seen what Roy's put in my message now. That looks really good as well.
And he's just put a picture of Nixie, hasn't he?
It's just a big chibi thing, isn't it? But that is amazing. That Roy Seraphim. That is amazing. We got so many talented people in the cult.
And then there's me and you.
No, then there's me. Okay, you are talented. No, you are stupidly talented. Okay, we do not paint me with the same brush as we paint you.
This is definitely not a cult.
You're stupid talent too, bruh.
No, I'm just vaguely amusing. Oh no, the black's gonna.
No, you're definitely not amusing in any way or sense. Stick with the talent.
Thanks. So, I thought we were supposed to build each other up, not put each other down.
I know, but I don't like life.
Oh, right.
That's the last we ever saw of the 2 Points to Joe show. Cancelled shortly afterwards. With no cries for a second season.
Second episode, mate. Yeah, I'm busy next week. I can't do it on your stream. It's just going to have to be online now.
That's right. It's the And Joe show.
Got to beat the hell out of it, though. Got to beat the devil out of it. Why did you go Irish for that?
I don't quite know there. It's my Bob Ross.
Your Bob Ross is Irish now, is it?
Paint the fucking tree.
Fopping.
Sorry, paint the fucking tree.
Okay, so what am I doing here then? So it's the flat panels.
If you look around them, you'll see like little vents and things in the joints of like the elbows, the like armpits, back of the knee, stuff like that. You'll want to paint them like black, but there'll also be like little bits of panels wherever you see a panel that meets. So in the shoulder pad, you've got like that line that shows that it changes one to another. Whenever you change, you want to try and push your contrast. So you want dark next to light. So in all of the edges where you touch another thing, just do a very, very thin line of black, and it'll split it up, but it'll also make your colours look brighter.
Okay, so it's very thin down black. So it's sort of like on this line here. So that's not in focus, is it?
But yeah, across all, it's got like an outside bit of that shoulder pad, hasn't it?
Yeah.
If you do it across all of the inside bit, right against that edge, probably be quite rubbish to start with because it takes a little bit of brush control, and you just want it to flow nicely. Like I'd probably go for a thinner brush than that if you've got one, because you literally just want to paint it in the corners of it where the two panels meet.
Okay.
So go for your smallest brush, get a little bit on the edge.
This is the hot technique chat I've come for.
Technique, filthy.
So yeah, because I was thinking of doing, because it is raised, I was thinking of doing the raised bits a slightly different colour. I was thinking of doing them sort of like a red highlight around them.
Yeah, sure.
So do the whole way, or just do like little the corners?
No, all the way. And you just want a very, very thin bit. If you go too thick, you can always come back in with the purple and like paint the purple so that you skim it away until the line gets thinner and thinner and thinner.
Yeah.
But the key for it to look perfect is you want a consistent sized line. You don't want it getting thicker and smaller because it doesn't look like a shadow then.
Yeah.
You want it to be evenly straight across the whole thing. You could get the effect by drawing it with a pencil, but you won't improve by doing it.
Yeah. So it's sort of a bit like a wash, this thing, kind of.
Kind of, yeah. Mess with the consistency a bit. Try it thicker, try it thinner, see which one you think works best. There's no hard and fast rules to any of this. It's generally what works better for the painter. So if you, for instance, think, actually, I find it easier if I have the paint a little bit thicker, then that's cool. I tend to always over-thin everything and do 15 layers of it, which is slow and doesn't really do everything. But
the final result is amazing, I think.
Yeah, but it's not as... You can get very similar results without doing it. Sometimes it's like over-egging the pudding, I think is the term.
Yeah.
But because I learnt that way, I'm kind of stuck in that. I'm trying to break out of it in a minute.
I'm really trying to work out what Cass has actually just done on my chat. Because I don't think
it's a teddy bear that says welcome.
Is it? Because it doesn't really show it on mine at all. Because it's like one half its head's on the left, one half is on the right. And I can just see Wacamo. I was like, what the heck is this?
Yeah, so Seraphim raises a good point. A lot of people do the base colour all over, then hit it with a wash, and then come back and hit all the raised panels with the original colour. so you're just leaving the darker bit in the recess. That would just be a complete wash. If you're doing tons of models, that's the better way because it's quick. You can even dry brush the starting color over the top to make that even quicker. For character models, this is better because it's the same as what we were saying about dry brushing. That dry brushing is great, but being able to put things exactly precisely where you want them is better. And it also, you're learning a skill.
Yeah.
So putting it where you want is training your brush technique. But he's absolutely right. If it wasn't for the fact that you're new and sort of starting, that's probably where I'd go. If you're just doing 20 Marines tonight and you want them done, you're a lot better to just hit them with that base color and then do the wash.
Mm.
But I'm going to be really harsh on you because I want you to get really good.
Okay. Fair enough.
I'm a bastard like that.
Yeah, but you're pretty sexy as well, so it sort of works out.
Oh, you.
I know.
We're at 92k on your challenge, by the way. 8,000 points away.
I'm going to have to do it, aren't I?
It's going to be so good. Like, have you seen anything about it yet?
I've played it once before. I've got the Xbox version of it.
Oh, it's good. And by good, I mean it's terrible.
I remember the Jim Sterling review of it, and he just said it's either a 2 or a 10.
Yeah.
And it's one of those games that I can completely understand people hating it because it's technically not a good game. It's just so deliciously camp, and I love it.
It's a video game version of Best of the Worst. It's one of those things that it's so bad it's good.
Yeah.
But it's also, it's got merits as well. It's just like playing a Twin Peaks game.
Yeah.
It's where I started with, but like Jay says, I lose control of what goes where. Not necessarily. I'm sure Seraphin's stuff, I'm not saying that he loses control with it. It's just a different way of doing it. I think I've always gone for... there's a bit of a theme with anything that I paint, that I'm hard on myself and I force myself to do harder techniques.
You are very hard on yourself.
Well, I just think it makes me better if I do it that way. It may not, but in my head, that's what I've convinced myself, and it's how I've built up all of my painting style, is about, rather than seeing a shortcut, I'll go the extra mile on purpose to try and improve.
Mm.
But I think there's no harm in knowing that. If you use the wash one, I don't think I have to really teach you, because it's something, and Seraphin will probably vouch on this, you can hear about the technique and then do the technique. It's very unlikely that you need any assistance on how to do it. You'll improve the more you do it, but you don't need someone to necessarily tell you the ins and outs of it. You can see and understand it.
Yeah.
I think if you had, because I used to be sloppy. Okay. I was going to say, I think if you had like a purple spray, right, a tin of spray, you sprayed it black, then sprayed it purple, hit it with a black wash, and then dry brushed it purple again, I think you'd be surprised with just how good it looks. And it's very, very simple to do.
Yeah. So I'm just doing a blob of black paint in the middle of my board, so I actually know where my camera's focused.
You're right. If you put a blob of white paint there, it'll autofocus on that point.
I don't have autofocus. I'm a manual focus.
Oh, okay. Shit, he's been summoned.
I've not done any dry brushing.
We were just discussing the merits of different techniques. Go back to Valorant.
Yeah, I'm not getting discouraged because I know it's a marathon, not a sprint. It's a hobby I want to be doing for the next so long. One sec. I need to see what Cass actually doing, so I'm going to pull this over so I can see it a bit better. No, because my thing's all weird. But how are you, Badger? I hope you're well. I hope you killed, crushed and destroyed the noobs, or whatever it is that you do in Valorant.
Kill, crush and destroy. Sounds like a Metallica album.
There's a game, KKND. Years ago, it was great. You played this weird Geiger-looking mother flipper.
I played a really weird Geiger game today.
Which one?
It's called Lust from something something. It's like sex horror. Very.
That sounds like Geiger.
It's kind of like one of those weird Steam not safe for work games, but it's not sexy in the slightest. It's all horror.
Yeah, I mean most games I found aren't safe for work.
Pretty much.
Yeah. My boss found out that I played F1 2020 during my work day. I think she'd be upset. I don't do this, honestly. Boss, if you're watching, I don't.
Paint less but better. It's a great way to improve, yeah. But then I also think for just standard brush control, just paint 40 Space Marines. You'll hate it. You'll never have fun. But by the end of it, you'll have improved because you just forced yourself to do something.
I'm enjoying painting Space Marines.
I think just when you bulk paint anything, it gets more tedious.
Maybe.
What are you eating?
A Baby Bell.
I've got them in the fridge actually.
Go get one.
No, you're good. I'm being well behaved.
What's badly behaved about eating a Baby Bell?
No, just eating after 8 o'clock at night. Is it possible to get some bubbles for Nixie's little one? She's watching with her.
Yes, it is. I need to find my... Give me a second. Let me do this little coat and I'll go get my bubble gum.
Let me finish my Baby Bell.
This one need perps, but she knows she's upstairs. I don't want to sit next to you and you smell.
She's not wrong, is she?
Yeah, she is. I had a bath today.
I'm going to put through some black wash just around the edges of this, I think. Oh, I could do... Actually, let's do purple wash, because then I can tint everything with like a purple filter.
Be right back. Grabbing a healthy snack. And a cuppa. Oh, indeed. A cuppa. Alright, let's go get me things. I'll have to change my other camera. Oh, headphones off. Oh, I forgot I had that behind here. Okay, alright, hair dryers out. Apologies for the hairdryer. Come on. Come on. There we go. Right. Okay, small child of the Nixies. Got some bubbles for you. You gotta behave now. So be a good baby. Ah, all the bubbles.
Gimli.
There's enough bubbles, you think?
I think it's plenty.
Yeah. Most of my chat's gone now because oh god, why's he got an air dryer out?
Yeah, that bit there, Badger, I did just hit a little bit too quick. Too close, sorry. Brush strokes, and on the rocks, that is because I've done it with a dry brush. Fuck.
If you just admit to dry brushing to Badger.
Yep.
Oh god, have you got bloody dafflish? You know he's weird. He's weird about dry brushing. I know he's weird about dry brushing. Have you ever seen? She loves it. Ah, brilliant. That's great. Have you ever seen that one? It's one of Limmy's top clips. I know you don't like Limmy.
No, I fucking hate Limmy.
I quite like it, but he's. Someone asked if he'd try and scare the child because they're being a git. He said, "All right, put me on the big telly then." And he does this whole thing where he's got a stream deck and he's just smart at the telly, presses one of his stream deck buttons so it zooms right in on his face and barks. It's really funny.
Just don't find him funny in the slightest. Like, I don't know, he's like the antithesis to my laughter.
No, fair enough. I mean, so do you hate him for that, or is there an actual reason why you hate him, or is it you being hyper?
No, I just don't find him funny.
So you don't hate him. You just don't find him funny.
Yeah, I just
Hate's the wrong word.
But I find him like the opposite of funny. That he does stuff, and I know it makes loads of people laugh, and there's no reaction from myself at all.
Fair enough. I mean, it's all different strokes for different folks. I mean, it's like I actually hate Ricky Gervais. I'm not going to go on a rant about it because I don't have that much time. But yeah, I actually hate him. Not as in I don't find him funny. But that's me. I'm trying to get hate out of my vocabulary as much.
What, and replace it with the word punny?
I don't know what you just said then. Please don't repeat it.
I'm not going to.
I think I heard. I think I'd work out what you said.
It was from your book.
Yeah, that book is amazing.
It does. It is even. It does. It's a very good book. From the sounds of what I've heard.
And the excerpts I've sent.
Yeah. Top notch. I kind of want to grab a bit. I'm reading Entangled at the minute, which is all about mushrooms.
Yes. What were we talking about the other day when you mentioned it?
Books, maybe, of some description.
Yeah, but I can't remember where we were talking about it.
Probably on my stream, I would have thought. Or yours, one of the two. Was it on your Tuesday one?
It was D&D.
D&D, that was it.
That was it. I was thinking, what about... Yeah, you're correct there, Seraphin. You shouldn't hate. There's not much I actively hate. I try not to let it rule my life or anything like that because it is a waste of energy. There's too much stuff I'm having fun with. If there's any time when I'm too busy hating something, I'll just go look at boobs on the internet or something, I don't know.
Hate boobs on the internet.
You hate boobs on the internet?
Hey, I was just doing a bit.
Oh, right. See, I couldn't hear you because your mic peaked. Is that in focus or not? I think I need better lighting. I think that's what one of my problems is. Slightly better, yeah. Okay.
I'm kind of happy with that. It's a little bit all over the place still, but I'm trying to build up like purples and darks around the edges because if it's going to be like Lovecraft, I want loads of purple in there because obviously it sells the whole Lovecraft colour scheme, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does indeed. For the past 2 years, I've tried to actively be positive towards it. I try to be as positive as I can be because I might as well try and be a force for good because I mean you look at social media nowadays and it's run on the opposite. So that's just blown up everywhere.
I try to maybe a bit too much of an insight into my mind to be honest. But if I ever think like nasty thoughts about people, I try to actively think the opposite.
Yeah.
I think like if I see someone and then like my immediate thought is my god they're fat, then I actively try to counter that thought because I don't think it's a positive way of thinking.
Yeah.
And I've been like that for like about 10 years now, I think.
I actively try and think about what something costs me. So
yeah, I've noticed that when we've had our sort of more private chats about stuff, you're very logical about what the worth of you focusing on it is.
Yeah. If it's going to actively detract from my life, why would I care?
Bother, yeah. Why put effort in something that doesn't benefit you? Which I preach a lot of, but I don't think I actively do it to the way that you do.
Yeah, it's easier said than done as well sometimes. I mean, so one of the things I have to deal with in my job is I deal with the complaints that come in, and it's very hard to stay positive when you have to deal with Karens.
Yeah.
It's very hard. Luckily enough, I'm trying to word this so I don't sound really egotistical and vain, but I'm very easygoing, I think I'm very quite fun to be around, and I'm quite charming when I want to be. So I find I can defuse situations very easily. Like I had to phone someone today who logged a complaint because they'd been on the phone to one of our departments and for an hour, and I just chatted to them for half an hour, got everything sorted.
Which is what you want, isn't it? It's that disarming almost.
Yeah.
Take someone who's angry and
I'm generally better dealing with people who are angry like that, because I can just, at the end of the day, if they get too angry, I'll just shut it down.
Yeah.
I know I've got the backing to do that. It's the people who expect something done and haven't logged a complaint. That's the problem. Because I've basically, not to out myself of what I do, but I work in IT, and I'm an incident manager. So any ticket that comes into my company, which is a very large company, I basically have purview over, and I have to make sure they all get resolved in a quick and timely fashion. So yeah, I get a lot of tickets, and I'm having to deal with a lot of people, and so it's very tiring. But I just it's one of those things that I was trying to leave it at work. I'm not that kind of IT. I have a networking background as well, so I can't always do that. So okay, well, why is this server down, etc.
What you're saying is you program sex dolls, right?
You don't program sex dolls.
Oh, do you have to reprogram them to get them out of the cult?
No, what you do with sex dolls is you put an artificial intelligence in and teach them how to love, baby. Oh god, that was the creepiest thing I've said in years.
Well, that was pretty out there. I think that might have just killed the channel.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've had a thing come and say, yeah, your channel's done.
Twitch, please.
You can't even go grab a set of roses or other flowers and hand them out in the street for no reason than the fact that you can't. It will change your day for the better. I mean, Seraphim, we're in the middle of a pandemic, mate. I ain't doing that. Not a chance. I'm sure it'd probably be good, but no. And the price of roses, have you seen them? Have you seen the price of roses over here?
I do, because I just bought me Mara a bouquet for Mother's Day.
Oh, it's the Sunday, isn't it?
Expensive. Not this Sunday, 17th. No, wait, is it 17th, 19th? I think it's next Sunday.
19th is Friday, so yeah. It's usually the Sunday before my birthday. So yeah, I've got cards and stuff. All done up. I took a card off Ziggy for perps, and I just said to her, look, she's not my mother.
Bloody Ziggy expecting the world.
Yeah, I know, innit?
Time he grew up and went down mines.
I know. I tell you what, in my day...
Back in my day, I'd walk 35 miles to school and then not even have shoes on feet.
Aye. Oh, so you went to school, did you?
In my day, we didn't have school. We just had ship van.
Oh, Mother's Day is this Sunday.
It's this Sunday.
I thought it was this Sunday.
Lord, welcome to the Bubbly Bar. We hope you enjoy your stay.
It might be. I say might be, as if... Ignore me, it's fine.
Thank you very much for the follow there, Cadord. Welcome to the Bubbly Bar. Welcome to the 2 Points to Joe show. I'm 2 Points to Mind. My just below me is HobbygoblinJoe, who is the expert in all matters of Warhammer.
Why won't you let me do the two Ronnies thing, where you go, I'm 2 points to mind, and then I go, and he's 2 points to mind, and then we just have it's that? Why do you sort of come in?
Because we do that at the end, mate.
All right, okay.
When I go, I've been 2 points to mind,
and you go, to me, to you.
Yeah, and what's
going
to...
you look at me furiously, and we close the camera.
Yeah, and what's going to happen next week is that you're going to... I've been HobbygoblinJoe, and I'll go, and I've been a meat popsicle. And I'm off camera.
Oh dear.
Danny's not there to redeem something.
Love, baby, clipped by Seraphim. I really like Thursday nights, not only because we're doing this now, but because I don't stream till 2 o'clock tomorrow. I get to have a lay-in. It's gorgeous.
Ooh, what is that? Your new schedule? 2 o'clock on Friday till Till late?
Yeah, just until I fancy. Usually it's 2 to 8, but I'm going to go as late as possible. And then Saturday I do just 9 till late again.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm having Wednesdays and Thursdays off permanently now because one, we're doing this on Thursday night, but with the YouTube stuff and things like that, I've got so much catch up I've got to do.
Oh yes, Joe, would you like to say what you are doing for Cadord?
Oh, what am I doing?
Yes.
I'm entering competition. So I think you're on the Discord already, Cadord, but we're doing a painting competition for our theme this month is Madness. And I usually judge a competition, which is the theme for it this month is aquatic. So I've combined the two, and I'm doing like a Lovecraftian sort of display of a guy in a boat getting attacked by tentacles and things. I've done it inside a picture frame. I can hang it on a wall. I'm going to fill this with resin. So at the minute, what I'm doing is spraying the object source lighting in the bottom of it off the lantern, and I'm trying to get the sides of it very, very dark. Then I'm going to do a resin pour over the top. I'm going to pin the boat onto it, and then I'm going to have tentacles that are coming underneath the water towards the boat and like wrapping around it. So there's might be some wrapped around the oars, for instance, that he's just dropped. Things like that. And I'm really, really, really enjoying it, actually.
It is looking really good. I'm loving the colours you've got there.
It's the first time I've done something like I was thinking diorama, and I don't know. I think just now that it's in the frame, I think it looks even better. You accept bribes, I will send you some cakes, maybe some white claws. But yeah, these are Reaper models. They're stuff like that, little terrain scenery stuff. I think a lot of the time is better than their models. They're so cool.
I'm looking forward to doing that swamp troll.
Oh, I've sprayed mine up, ready to go.
Ooh, really?
I say spray. I mean, like I've primed it.
Yeah,
And,
I figured that's what you
hit it
meant.
with some. Got it around here somewhere if I can find it. I hit it with white ink as well, just to make it a little.
Let's have a look.
More pop. I can't actually find it. The trouble is, I'm in halfway at the minute of moving everything around. There's a new desk behind me, so I can have stuff behind the camera. If I put it on camera. But yeah, I'm all over the place. Basically, is what I'm saying. Because I'm moving, I'm tidying and moving. But no, I don't have it to hand. Oh well.
I need to move my light.
Get a new light set up. You need like dedicated. Basically, you just need to clear everything out of your front room and just have a hobby area.
Yeah.
I'm sure Perps will allow it.
Oh yeah, Perps totally would.
But yeah, I think I'm gonna have to leave that to dry now and then hit it with. I need to hit it with the black ink or something to really darken down the sides, but I've got to wait until it dries. I might even hit it with some matte varnish as well, just to keep the bits that I've already got. And I think it also helps washes spread. It removes like the surface tension, so they flow really easily into the parts. So if I hit it with one of those, that will hopefully help the next bit go. I'll tell you what I have got here. I can show off my. This is the second diorama I've ever done. The first one was for Dark Elf Girls competition as well. I found this the other day. I shoved it into a drawer and forgotten about it.
Oh yeah, I remember. That's you were doing that when I first started watching you. So I didn't realise that was for a competition.
Yeah, that was my first ever go at doing OSL and stuff like that. Which is, I did candles on the side with like a little bit around it, but it wasn't good. It was just rushed.
I loved it.
I still love it, mate. I'm very, very pleased with it. It's just I tried lots of things I hadn't done before, which was nice, but it is still very, very rough. Like if I turn it round, you can see that on the back, because I cut a hollow out of it, there's just like an old Citadel paint pot lid stuck to it, just to cover up the hole. So there's lots of really weird bits. But I still like it. It's nice to look at stuff you've done before.
I don't like this leather brown.
Looks far too light. Looks more like a yellow. A trick that I've sort of found recently that I'm doing is to go in with your darkest colour first.
Mm.
And then go in with your lightest colour. And it won't look right because you've got no blend between it, but you've got the top and the bottom contrast, and then between that you can then blend them together. But you've got your darkest point and your lightest point, so you've already got the two highest and lowest values. And then the rest of it is just matching them up.
Yeah.
So, which is kind of what I've done here on this bit that I'm doing now. I've done the OSL, haven't I?
Mm.
Of the bright yellow light, and then I've started going into the darkest point.
Mm. Okay, so what? So start with a darker colour, and then
yeah. The other thing with brown, you want to go for like a cold or a warm brown, because you're doing purples anyway and reds. I would probably go for a very red brown.
Let's see what I've got.
I think purple's quite cold, don't they? Ooh, I'd go for a darker brown though.
Got a more muted brown. No. I've got.
The idea of doing proper terrain pieces modular.
Ooh,
There's a guy. Seraphin, if you go on Instagram, search that guy. He does absolutely gigantic bits of terrain for D&D, and they're all 3D. He does a diorama competition as well. A very nice guy.
Look at this one.
Yeah, cold brown with contrast would work well. I was thinking warm, but then I think the purple is actually kind of. It is quite red, but purple to me.
Oh, I like that one. That's the colour I want. I'm going with Donkerbrouw from the Warfront collection.
You're judging his this month, okay?
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, he's lovely.
Great stuff. I love following him. Brilliant. He's on that their Instagram.
It is indeed.
I need to get.
Oh, and he's joining ours as a guest judge in May. Lovely.
I need to get more on my Instagram. I'm not on it a lot. My social media.
Start entering some of the competitions. Is there such a good push to get better?
It's time to paint. It's honestly.
But you've got a whole month to paint a model, and you can do it as big or small as you want. Like for instance, the theme in the Dark Elf Day this month is aquatic. So your marsh troll that you've got, you could enter if you paint it up because it's an aquatic beast, isn't it?
Mm.
But there's just something about having to enter something and knowing that you're competing against other people that I find really pushes you. And you might not like get in the top 5 or anything like that, but you'll notice that you'll advance your own skills a hell of a lot more.
Yeah.
Because there's like something there pushing you. Yeah, they're massive, aren't they, Seraphin? He does some very, very cool stuff.
F me sideways, that is huge.
So, because you probably can't see it at the minute, he does like vertical terrain. So he'll do like gigantic cliff faces and stuff for people to play D&D on.
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
No, I mean, I will enjoy some competitions, definitely. I'm trying to get a bit more of a schedule so I can actually paint a bit more.
Yeah, that's fair. I think if we're doing this each week, you'll probably find that you do more than you realise.
Yeah.
Even if you're doing one Space Marine every night, Space Marine a week, that's 52 Space Marines in a year.
Yeah. Yeah, I much prefer that brown.
Yeah,
sort of, it fits the theme of it there.
Yeah, he's very good, Seraphin. And if you want any help with anything, if you message him, he's really nice and he will take the time to like advise you and stuff. He's not like a dick or anything. He's quite happy to sit and chat with people. I've found, anyway. I was going to do a diorama competition a while ago. I didn't realise that he did a terrain competition. And I'd put on there that I was looking for some help to do it, and he offered to help me run it. Like I said that he'd take time out of his schedule to do it and everything. In the end, it never went anywhere, but it was just always nice that he'd turn around and was like, yeah, of course, I'll help you completely.
That's what you want. You want people to help build you up.
Yes.
That's what we're doing with the cult as well. We're all building each other up. So I can remember when was it this week or was it last week? Bubbles came in. hair painting stuff.
Oh yeah.
What was it drawing?
Yeah, and they were on about their art that they weren't. Someone wasn't being supportive, were they? So
yeah,
they just wanted some advice, and everyone just dropped a ton of good advice on them.
And then I came in and said, "Snatch his ass in a bird trap."
Yes, you did. You've found your excuse to buy a 3D printer.
Because you want to print hentai models? If so,
Come on, man.
hook a brother up.
Come on, man. Please. There's kids watching.
Well, there shouldn't be. It's 20. Oh, Nixie's child is watching it. It's still early, Aaron. Yeah. Fair enough. Okay. I can't get my lighting right. Fuck.
That is enough of the airbrush for me, because I can taste airbrush. Oh my god. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased with that so far. It's still taking ages to dry. And I need to get another base coat on it and then start hitting it with the varnish, because otherwise all of this is just going to come off.
Looks
I mean,
fabaroo that, mate.
You what, sorry?
Looks absolutely fabaroo.
Lovely, thank you. I've still got to work out some proper grades for these stones, because I'm not happy with them as they are, but we'll see. I need to do more to the boat as well. Like, it's very monochrome at the minute. I've done the OSL on it, and it's got nice values, but there's no colours, so I've got to start introducing other stuff to build it up, like the skin tones and things, and get a little bit more extreme on it. Otherwise, I think it'll just look a bit dry brushed, etc.
Just reading what Seraphin's written there, it's just like... What am I to do with Seraphin? Might have to fly over to Amsterdam and give him a spanking.
I know. You know that only encourages him.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think he even lives in Amsterdam, but I just want to go to Amsterdam. I mean that stereotypical foreigners, like, all you people from this country are from this place. I went to your country once. I had a friend who went to your country once. Have you ever heard of him? He's called John.
I'm just looking at the amount of bits and gifts I've given in your chat. I didn't realise I've done that much. It's actually just terrifying.
Yeah, I've changed it up. So yeah, 5 and... Yeah, it's quite a lot of bits, actually. I mean, it's over a long period.
I was going to say, it's like nearly 8 months, I guess, now.
November when I went thingy, so it's about 5. I'd love to know how many I've dropped in yours as well. So
I'm about to go and switch mine to Lifetime to have a look.
Yeah, I'm not one for dropping subs most, so I drop bits. More than anything else.
How do you change it? Is it in settings?
Oh, I can't even remember.
I think it's extensions, isn't it, or something?
Something like that, yeah. I've just realised Cador wrote something. Always so judging. I forgot what the context is about. Probably about judging stuff though. Yeah, I mean, I will definitely enter some compositions. Definitely. It's just it's finding the time and the confidence to want to actually put your work up for judgment as well.
Yeah.
You know, because I want to go in there first things like first place. You know, anything else is just just a loser. I ain't a loser. I'm a winner. I'm a winner, chicken dinner. But if Dark Elf Girls takes bribes, interesting. So now that I've got the light in a better place, I can see all the bits I've missed. So going back to the HobbygoblinJoe's YouTube though.
Aye.
What magnificence are you planning
I was going to do a basting tutorial, but I think I'm just going to go to a... I'm going to do another painting one. I'm not sure whether I want to do another full paint and how I paint a model, because they're good for like just a fun one to watch, but they don't really teach a lot. They kind of show what other people are doing, but that is about it. I don't know, to be honest, mate. I was trying to think it today, and then because the internet just kept going off, I never bothered with anything. Because that would have got me very, very angry very quickly. But I do need to do something.
Fair enough.
I've got a list, like quite a decent list of stuff people want to see.
Cake and minis. Fair enough. Fair enough. That's so we know that Dark Elf girls likes cakes and minis. So, ooh, mini egg cakes. That fulfills both criteria.
God damn, I hate keto.
I'll hook you up with Miss Seraphine. She makes amazing cookies. Stop trying to fob off your wife on other people.
I kind of get the impression he doesn't want his wife to be around. It's like, someone take her.
It's like that.
Right. Don't suppose you know at all where this thing is, because I cannot find it.
What thing?
The how to change. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. One shot. Let me figure it out.
I've muted audio in like nearly all of my videos.
Yep. So it's under settings, affiliate, and is it under there? No, wait. Settings, affiliate. I'm sure it's on there somewhere.
Leaderboards. I see.
Yeah, leaderboards.
Full time. Yeah. Cheers for that.
I need to make my investment somehow. Know what that woman has cost me already. Ballpark figure, £7.82. That's how much I reckon she's costing.
You're not wrong.
But do our wives really cost us anything? Yes, the answer is yes.
So what are you going to be painting next, do you think, after your Space Marine? Getting it back onto the Warhammer subject?
I don't know. I I have a number of miniatures. What would you like? Since you're doing your next the stream next week.
Well, I think we've got the bits I sent you. There's some on there that we can do together.
Definitely so.
So I say we either do the diorama thing we were on about before, because I've sent you parts to do that, haven't I? And you've got pebbles and things to add to it to make it a bit more vavavoomey. Either that, or we do our trolls, which, you know, if you're painting that, you might as well enter it in the competition anyway.
I was waiting for that. Waiting for that. That was so well telegraphed. I could see it coming from 2 counties over.
I also have a ton of Space Marines, so we could do more of them. So I know that you do like them.
I do.
I've got a Barbarian, like the one that I've sent you, that we could do. I've got some Hero Quest minis, like the ones I've sent you, that we could do. I've got the same colours as you, so we could do a step-by-step tutorial on it, and then I can film it on a separate thing so that I can use it as a YouTube video. Even though, well, actually, no, this is going to be a YouTube video, isn't it?
Yeah. Tell you what, let's do, since you want me to enter this competition, let's do this, let's do this swamp troll fella.
Oh, yeah.
Don't think I'm going to finish tonight, but I'm going to make a good go at it.
Well, it's probably been going 3 hours.
Yeah. I've only been painting for 2.
That'll happen though. You'll get quicker as you go. That's just picking it up.
That's the wrong brush. Where...
And like I said, having a bigger brush will help that. Because
Yeah.
you don't have to be as neat to start with. You can just cover everything and then tidy up.
Yeah.
And that'll speed you up immensely.
Yes, I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will. But now I'm just adding all the little details now, so...
I'm going to go and look for a car in a second. Buy a new one at the minute. Mine's knackered. So that's my job for after the stream. What about you? Are you having a late one tonight, or are you off to bed after the
I'm
you're
off
working,
to bed.
aren't you, tomorrow?
I'm working tomorrow, indeed. Indeedly doodly. What car are you looking for? What kind of car are you looking
4x4. I need one for work. I keep breaking mine because I'm going off road and stuff in it for work. It rots the sills out. It's like the second time the sills have gone in my car, so
Yeah.
I need to make sure.
I could probably do with getting a new one as well. Not that there's anything wrong with mine, it's just I don't like it. Oh, Nixie's put models in the Discord. Oh, that is really good. The tabaxi is amazing.
Oh, so that was the other thing we were going to do, wasn't it? But we haven't done it this week. But next week we're looking to, we'll be messaging a few people to feature them. And not necessarily interview or anything, but just to feature their work of things that we like, that we see throughout the week.
Yeah.
We'll be bringing on, and then just doing a bit of a show and tell at the end of stuff we've seen that we really like.
Yeah, our Mini of the Week section.
Hmm.
In the D&D thing. Ooh. The D&D thing, I've not looked at those ones. Oh yeah, no, I've looked at them. Yeah, the Tiefling Rogue, the Monk and the Tabaxi. Tiefling Wizard, I'm a Tiefling Rogue, that's what I play. I'm pretty basic, yo.
Not basic about that. As long as you have fun. That's the important thing, isn't it?
Yeah, that is the important thing.
We're getting so close to the completed competition for you to do. Deadly Primo Nishon.
Yep. So very close. I'm streaming tomorrow, so you can put an extra, how many? Must be like 96%? 94%, so yeah, it'll be done by tomorrow.
What time are you streaming tomorrow?
I was planning about 8ish. I don't know though. But I go a little bit, I can go a little bit later.
The start collecting box in the Dungeons and Doggos mini. Is that the start collecting box we spoke about, or is that your own one? Or a different one, even? Seraphine.
Shut up, baby, I know it.
Did it enough already, but I really love you buggers. I love hanging out here.
Ah, you're more than welcome. You're more than welcome to hang out here, Seraphine. More than welcome. In fact, we insist upon you being here because we love hanging out with you, and we'll get you on the show once we've got our format a little bit more nailed down. Because we do want to have guests on.
Yeah, I think we both sort of agreed that just the first couple of ones we want to get our stride sorted, don't we? And then
yeah, our stride sorted, and people we live with as a guest. So I do want to get Perps on because she's. I hope she's not listening.
Get some skellies. Ooh, that's tough. They're both really good. So, I mean, I probably haven't told you this yet, but at some point, me and Seraphine are doing a start collecting together.
Oh yeah,
like a box set from Warhammer. But we haven't really spoken about what one we're doing yet.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we could do that on here actually. We could get you involved as well and have like a big one. Or I don't.
I've already got a big one. Yeah. I'm looking for a longer one.
Jesus. Anyway, that's cool. We'll talk about that at some other point.
Yeah.
I'm getting a bit of a headache from the airbrush fumes.
Yeah.
I think I've inhaled a little bit too much wash.
I've done a bit too much today. That lighting's a lot better. I wanted to do this about an hour and a half ago.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. It's not bad for
I love that
work. Getting there. Definitely needs to be hit with a load of varnish just to tidy it all up, I think.
I've done this the wrong bloody way around. I should have done the red first because these I'm trying to have it so he's just landed.
Okay.
So these are all the vents because I assume this is like a jetpack.
It is. So they're exhausts. It's power pack for the suit. It's the engine that powers it.
All right. Well, I'm classing it as a jetpack.
That's fine.
Because it's my model and it's what I say goes.
I've been playing PlanetSide 2 lately, and it's just making me think of the Light Assault from that.
I noticed I saw you playing PlanetSide 2 earlier.
I used to really like it, but it didn't run on my computer.
Yeah.
And now that I've got the Laptopper, it seems to run a lot better, so I've been playing it and enjoying it.
The Laptopper?
Flesh Eater Quartz. Ooh, yeah, that'd be nice. That's a good one to do as well. That'd be really nice and easy with the airbrush because it's all flesh tone. You base it all and then come straight over the top, hit it with a wash, and then you're done. You right?
That's never happened before.
Oh yeah, that's just so you can put the agitated balls and stuff in them.
Alright. That was slightly concerning. So yeah, is this a D&D starter set, do you say? Or is this something else?
No, it's Warhammer.
Warhammer.
They have these things called Start Collecting, which are basically, well, they are boxes that help you get into an army.
Yeah.
They're pretty good.
So I was listening to them for some reason. I was just thinking of D&D, and I don't know why.
That dragon's pretty good, Seraphine. Actually, I built it on stream back in the early days of streaming, and I built it without any instructions, and that was a bit of a nightmare. But it is pretty good.
Yeah, clean that up here. There we go.
God, my head. I feel like I've snorted a line of glue. Got glazed the inside of my nostrils.
Good boy, kept it clean though.
Yeah, I'm not gonna take it blue. But yeah, that's a very good starter set. I'd be interested actually just to go through all the starter sets with you and see which one you like the look of. 2 points.
That's Dungeons and Doggos, yes. There's one of them I believe you sent me.
Start collecting.
Yeah, it was the Chaos Space Marines.
Oh no, the Chaos Warriors, the one that I got.
Yeah, that looks amazing.
Yeah. That's one of the newer ones. It is very good.
Yeah, it looks really good, but it looked like it was a bit too advanced for me, I'll be real.
No, it's actually, I like putting them together is really easy because they're kind of push fit. So so they're like easy build. You there's a few bits that are a little bit complicated on it, but generally they all just go together one way, and that's it. You can't really cock it up.
Yeah.
Painting wise, you can't do them sub-assembly, so they're a little difficult in that sense. That like the ones on horses, I always found horses hard when I first started because the rider tends to obscure a lot of the detail, and they do on that model. You kind of want to be doing them bit by bit, but you can't because they just go straight together. But it's a really nice kit, really, really nice.
I want to let have adventures with her doggos. Yeah, that's what you want. Yeah, everyone should be having adventures with doggos because doggos are. Let's be honest, right? Of all the good things in this world, right? Boobs and all that stuff. Doggos are top dog.
Beasts of Chaos is nice. Very dated model wise, but they are cool. I'm gonna have a look at the start collections now. Actually, one sec. Games Workshop.
Games Workshop.
Look at the Age of Sigmar ones because they're the best.
I need to know what's so controversial about Age of Sigmar.
Oh, it's just because they made a new game, but to make the new game they had to kill the old one, and people don't like it because they killed the old one. It's the same as anything. If you've got two versions of something and you move to another one, it's change, isn't it? People don't like change.
But if it is they've fully killed it, then yeah, I completely understand that. I can understand the frustration. Sort of like vanilla WoW. I'm never into WoW, but I completely understand why people wanted to play vanilla WoW.
Yeah.
As opposed to all the updated ones.
No, I love Age of Sigmar. Played them both, and Age of Sigmar is the better one. Well, not better.
In your
I just
opinion.
like it.
But yeah.
No, it's not even necessarily better. It's not about whether it's better or not. It's very good. A lot of people don't give it a chance because they prefer the old one, which is fine. But it is very good.
Change bad.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that looks nice and glowing hot, I think. So I'll get it right in there. Oh, it looks a bit.
I do quite like the Cities of Sigmar ones.
Yeah, I'm liking that in general.
It's looking good, dude. I think that brown could use another coat.
Yeah, there's a few bits that I think could do with another coat.
I think if you've gone lighter with the brown, you can tell a little bit more.
Yeah.
Is that a scale 75 orange you've got on there by any chance?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're like matte, when you've got like a slightly thinner coat, you can tell quite a lot because it's chalky.
Yeah.
But other than just like thickening the coats up, it looks great.
Yeah.
I mean, you've now made it feel like I've just passed out after zooming in and out or focusing in and out. But other than that, it looks great.
Where's my mouse gone? Oh, it's over there. Okay, there we go. I've got 4 clips on my channel and I'm doing a painting stream, so I don't know what the hell I got these 4 clips of.
The one model I'd still like to pay from 40k is the old Hellbrute from the start set, way back when. I'm pretty sure that's the same model that the Age of Sigmar Korgoroth was made out of, because the poses are so similar. I need another coffee, but it's late and I shouldn't have another coffee.
Yeah, I'm thinking of wrapping up in the next 10 minutes or so.
Yeah, I'm just looking through the start collecting, really, because I'm trying to work out what to do for this thing that me and Seraphine are going to do.
Okay, that looks a lot better. So
You're a little bit out of focus there, mate.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Oh, it's not so much when you tilt it up, it's when you're actually painting, it's a little bit out.
All
Yeah,
right.
that looks better.
Hello, trial size dove bar. How are you? I hope you're well.
How do, lass? Hope you're well.
Did you say hey up, Andy?
Yeah.
Do you know trial size dove bar?
I do.
All right then.
They make absolutely fantastic model house stuff.
Oh, fair enough.
Tile their house, it's bloody lovely. So relaxing. And they like punk, which is lovely too.
Oh, punk.
Bit of punk for lads.
Love the colourless purple is the best colour. I'm loving the purple. It does need another full colour, full run on all of it though, I think. So I'm going to do... let's see if we can get Badger out. I'm going to use the dry brush.
Yeah, he doesn't like that, does he?
Not even dry brushing, I'm just using the dry brush. It's big.
Because it's big. Oh, yeah. Solid. I'm going to do another layer of black then, if you're doing that. Just to try and build up some more...
Have you got a mask?
No.
Okay, why are you doing another set?
Because I've nearly completed my solvent abuse contract for the day. I might as well do a little bit more.
Jess, if you're there, if you're still on my stream, can you go in and slap him? Time to put a mask on.
It is pretty gnarly.
I used to paint with an industrial sprayer.
Did you suck the exhaust?
No, it was industrial. It was an airless sprayer as well. So it'd be proper. You could spray something like 20 litres of matte paint in about 5 minutes. And it was really good. But jeez,
yeah,
if you didn't
the
wear a
trouble
mask.
with doing that is you just lose all the detail there on the model, don't you? But that many litres down straight away.
This is so fantastic. It's really fun to do. It is a very new hobby of mine. That HobbygoblinJoe, who apparently you know, has forced upon me.
Forced.
You sent me a load of models for Christmas and said, "Hey, you paint these." I was like, "Oh," but now I can't play with.
What about the nudes that I sent you as well?
Yeah, they weren't asked for either.
Oi, love, finish these.
Oh god. 6% off finishing off. Don't worry, it's got till the end of the month. It must have. How many more days have it got left on it? 11 days left, yeah. It's getting done tomorrow. That is getting done tomorrow. It's cool you guys are doing it on Twitter. Yeah, we've been looking forward to it. We've been chatting about it for ages. I'm the complete noob. Joe is the... Have we decided you're the expert, Joe?
Yeah, but I don't want to say that because then people expect something from me, like competency.
Knowledge.
And there's none of that. There's none of that here.
No, I've seen your performance reviews at work. By work, I mean from Jess.
Performance reviews. Ah, God, I've just got a mouthful of it. Ah! Okay, I'm literally just killing myself with spray at this point.
I mean, I told him off for not doing it with a mask, without doing it with a mask on. I told him, why are you doing another coat now? You already said you got a headache from this. And here you are doing
Oh, yeah, but
coat.
now it's done, and I just wanted to get it done.
But what if you wake up tomorrow, right, and you're bleeding paint through your eyes?
Well, then I've obviously got amazing superpowers of, like, eye shooty-shoots.
In all fairness, right, if you could just choose the colour of paint you bled through your eyes, you wouldn't have to buy paint anymore.
Exactly, it'd be brilliant. Oh, look, Agrax Earthshade. Also, I really love the filthy sounds my airbrush makes when I clean it.
Joe, we're trying to be wholesome here, yo.
I'm a child.
I know. I feel sorry for Jess so much. I've just heard from upstairs a very loud thunk. So I assume...
Oh dear. I hope that's not your baby falling out of bed.
It'd be a hell of a trick if he has. I think it's my life partner.
But I'm right here. Oh, right. Well, I think that's me done for the night, to be honest, dude.
Fair enough. I think I will leave this here for now.
Oh, night, Archer. Well, night, Archer.
Yep.
Take care of yourself, buddy.
But to zoom in, anyone with motion sickness, please be prepared. This is where we're at the minute. I'm going to try and do some work on this. Probably Saturday now, because I'm no longer streaming on Saturday. I'm trying to get a bit more finished up, and I'll put some more photos on the Instagram. I'm gonna give this saw yellow teeth. I think as well. I'm not sure if I do it a metal colour as well. I might not.
Give it a Happy Little Tree Friend.
Oh God, I remember Happy Little Tree Friends. That was a great show.
DMCA.
Yeah, there we go. That's what we're working with now. So yeah, Joe, I think we agreed, didn't we? There's only one person who can raid tonight.
There is, but apparently Elvis is dead, which is news to me, so it's going to have to be Angry Hobbit. Caught in a trap, I can't walk out because I love you too much to point. Why can't you see what you're doing to me? Something about your acrylic painting. We can't go on together. We're
suspicious minds. We can't feel dreams. We're suspicious lies. Okay, I'm going to be singing that all night.
I like Hound Dog, personally.
I used to sing that in the swimming bath whilst my head was underwater. It was great fun.
And it still sounded better than me singing.
Yeah. Oh God, no! I can't let you see my keyboard. I've got to change my camera. My keyboard, it needs cleaning.
Oh my God!
It
that
does.
Is filth.
It does look filthy, doesn't it? So yes,
I've had cleaner kebabs.
Fair enough. So yeah, there's only one person we could possibly stream to raid tonight, and that is Angry Hobbit Gaming, who's doing his gargantuan 12-hour stream with his gargantuan squig off.
Did he start tonight, or did he start earlier on in the day?
He's been streaming for 48 minutes, apparently.
Oh right.
I thought he'd been streaming for longer. He might have
crashed.
He might have crashed. Yes, he might have. So.
There ain't nothing but a hound dog.
Also,
I have listened to Elvis now.
I'm not a massive fan of Elvis. Raid. Oh, I need to actually.
Well, thank you everyone for coming.
Yes.
It was highly enjoyable.
It was very enjoyable. We didn't get too off topic. I thought the debut of the 2pointstoJoe show was a rousing success.
It was definitely arousing.
I said rousing, not arousing.
Oh, one of those as well.
Yes, indeed. I'm going to give Joe some very stern words off stream about this this filth, this lewdness.
The trouble is, it's like the Cold War.
Yeah.
Like a weapon arms race or whatever it is. Because next week we're on my channel, and if I'm rude here, then you just up it next week, and then eventually it just gets to the point where we're incredibly unwholesome every week.
Yeah, it's just mad mutually assured destruction. Oh great! Another clip.
There's so many clips.
Yes, for a painting stream, there's 5 clips. It seems mad. I'm here for Joe's unwholesomeness.
Yes, someone is.
Just wait to the Dark Souls streams that we do together.
Oh yeah. The shafting of the Dark Souls.
Yeah. So okay. All right. 2 points. Now what you need to do is get behind this pig and fist it. So yes.
The trouble is that's a real thing that has actually happened on stream.
2 points to Joe show raid. So let's all go in there. We're saying when we get into Angry Hobbits raid stream, let's go in there saying, oh wait, oh, I didn't mean to do that quick. I've done it too quick. Ah.